Does she
I
do it
feel
for
like
the
we're
outro?
like, huh? You want to do it for the outro? Sometimes we do like really awkward things where we can't like we'll rip on each other and like sometimes we'll be super sarcastic.
No, we don't.
Not us.
Never.
No.
I'm gonna
Never
do
sarcastic.
it. I'm gonna do that.
Never, ever, ever.
No. Hey, look, chat's saying hi to us.
All right, going live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the super professional alpha stream. I almost said good morning, afternoon, evening there because everybody's talking about it. We have me here, this face, the lovable bear, also known as Panda. We have Alex next to me, and we have Joseph hiding in the corner on the end where he belongs.
He's the bad boy.
Hey, this is my side of the screen.
Yeah, over.
Sheldon, do you have a spot?
No,
It's my
well,
spot.
no,
It's my
yeah,
spot.
it's like school. I'm in school. This is where I sit in class, right here.
Yeah, that's the nerds corner.
Yeah. Wow.
Panda and I are at the cool kids table.
Wow. Can't believe, Alex, you betrayed me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We love you, really. It's fine.
It's the nerds corner. So
Yeah.
I gotta bring Alex over here.
Yeah, Panda, what are you doing over there? You're not a
I'm all
nerd.
alone. I'm all alone.
Yeah, this is the better side, definitely.
What? Wait. It's just. That's it. Get out of
Yeah,
here. Oh, she's
Yeah,
like.
Joe, what are you doing?
She can't go.
I was just gonna say whichever side I'm on is the cool one, but
Oh, no.
There you go.
Let me come back. Right. So we have some fun stuff. I am just updating the client. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be happening. We're going to play some alpha games, some of the ones that have opened up this week. We have a special guest joining us in about 20 minutes now. So
we've been
yeah.
goofing off too much.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Like you can't. I'm not gonna hold him to it, just in case. Super busy guests sometimes can't make the very specific time slots. But you know, if I see a face show up, there's a chance. Chat. What I'm trying to say is, there's a chance that in the middle of our show, somebody comes in here and says, "How do I make this work?" End quote. All right.
And then we spend the next 5 minutes troubleshooting audio.
So if that happens, you know, well, we'll make it work. All right.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
lovely this time of year over here.
Oh, how beautiful!
The mice are multiplying.
We've got mice. They're multiplying.
There's mice in your trees. There's more. they just keep
But
going.
wait, there's more.
What is going on?
What
I'm
is
just gonna-
happening on the
I
screen?
don't
I don't
know.
know.
But I'm gonna casually play my water part while your
Wait,
stuff
I
breaks.
loaded it. Can you... What is happening? Oh, I know what's happening. I know what has happened. I have updated. There we go. I have updated the thing, and it always puts it to full screen.
That
Yeah,
was Panda's
yeah.
hack tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glitching up.
Can't believe.
Cheats confirmed.
Mine did that too. It was like low res. After the
Yeah.
update, I'm like, no, turn it all the way up. Annual Lonate says, I got censored. Uh-oh.
You got censored.
What?
Yeah, Conrad
Wait.
probably was like, this is a PG show, Nate, okay? Because back when I was getting the house all sorted and I was getting ready to move, there was about a week where Conrad filled my position with community members. It was a good time. All right, let's find a shovel. Wait, I'm pushing the wrong button. I was pushing the R key trying to...
Crashed. Why did you crash on me?
Why did you do that, Panda? Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Panda's breaking the game.
I just
done
want to
it.
get good.
She's after my job.
I'm taking the spatula back to the person who wanted it. All right. My shovel, it's a spatula.
It's a shovel.
It's a spatula. The quest is called George's Spatula. It's a golden spatula. You could make like infinite Krabby Patties with that.
We got so many good names here in the chat today.
Are you
Hi,
sure?
everybody.
Are you sure?
I'm seeing Lozen. Lozen over there
Aw.
twerking.
Yeah, welcome back.
Twerking in the
Hey,
chat.
Lozen.
We got
Wait, what?
Maxi Matt, A's 116, Ice Pilot. Did I say Jazz Wolf already? And Josh the Spaniard.
Jazzwolf is just the like overlord of all of the users in the chat.
I feel like that's about right.
That's about right.
Oh,
Yeah.
forget.
Sparky Snickle. Icy the Ice. The ice that's twice as nice.
What? Hey, what's
nice
that?
as well.
Well,
Here's the heart of life.
because we've got Ice Pilot and then we've got Icy the Ice.
Oh,
The Icy the Ice has ice
oh.
in their name twice, so it's twice as nice.
Okay. So
Danny
I've got-
Olante is talking about horny mice for some reason.
What?
Because
of
she
all
said
the-
that.
Yeah.
Because the mice were multiplying in the trees.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sparky Snickle, hold a hill, go west. I'm just saying everybody's name.
he's just saying names.
Because I'm not playing on the screen.
Oh, there's Quad Duckhead.
Ah!
Quad Duckhead has my favorite name at the moment. Their name.
Wow, that is a good name.
Yeah.
Quad Duckhead. Vox. Did I say it right?
You did.
Yes. I think I usually guess it right the first way, but I second guess myself because the one time it was questioned. And
So I could go up this
now,
way.
now my self
Get
assurance
myself
is
a little treasure. I think I'm gonna do that. Gotta go. Gotta get that treasure.
Blue Tulip says all names are the best. Lucas is right. Talking about Yaser Beam. That is a
Where's
good
she?
name.
It is.
Oh yeah, she's at work until like 7 p.m. tonight, our local time. Which is for
Our
me.
local time?
our like her and I, because you know we live together. We're married. So
Oh, I did not know that. I was not
Oh.
aware of that fact.
yeah, sure you weren't. You went to you went to Central Park with her. She's like, I was not
But you
aware.
know her
of
name was
that was-
Yaser Beam.
Oh,
No, I know. No, I did. I'm joking.
Oh, you did know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I did.
Yep.
I had to
Oh,
be.
this
Oh,
is
no,
this
no,
is
be able to jump.
sarcasm.
No, I'm bad.
Joseph,
Yes.
Wait, you didn't die.
You might need to
Get good.
sort some bits out
What?
in Discord.
Oh, very good. Yes.
Yes.
I imagine that will be the case.
Yes, we are
Right.
going to be sorting out our special guest coming online in a minute while we just play this and move over.
Alex, would you mind helping out with that?
Yeah, can you mute me on the stream?
I can and will. Yes.
Do you have a link?
I do. It's in their email.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. All right.
All right.
Welcome
you got
back.
voice.
They can
How you
they can
doing?
hear you also. Not on the stream, but
I'll mute it on the stream, yeah. And you and
Yeah.
Alex will have to workshop this here.
all right. So Joe should have emailed you a link to.
Let me get that sorted real quick as we get going here. Just in case he doesn't already have it.
I'll pull it up.
I've got it.
Oh, you've got it?
Yeah, it only takes a second here. Copy, paste. Okay, there you go. And just open that up, and you'll want to right click on the tab as you open it and mute the site so you don't hear us twice. And it's not weird. That's how you do it live. Panda, what's up with your software, bro?
Why? What's up with my what?
I don't know, you're just still sitting at validating files thing.
Is it? Wait, yeah, I've been playing this whole time. Is it?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. I'm so glad it's. Yeah, no, I am on borderless window. I can change. Let me go to borderless window and log out and log back in.
Okay.
We'll see if that fixes it. No. From Manicam, which is now stuck.
Oh, gotta fight stuff. Okay, let me get everybody unmuted, I think. It looks sorted now. Looks good. All right. We should be good to go.
It is on a screen capture.
Well, then I don't know. I'm out of ideas. Get a better computer.
Okay. I'll pop to the shop. It's almost midnight, but sure, I live in a small town.
There you go.
Let me just go pick one of those up real quick.
Just go down to your local
Don't worry, it's a write-off.
You got there in England.
It's a business need.
If I close Manicam, is that going to pose an issue?
No, it'll just make it so that I can't see you for a second.
Yeah, just relaunch it. Who can the chat hear right now?
Everyone.
Just Joe and Panda. Oh, everybody. Oh, hi.
Yeah, I just unmuted once I saw you were connected and looking
Panda
good.
This whole time.
Yeah, you know. Please start Manicam or choose another videos.
No, Manicam 8 Panda.
I love it. I love it.
There we go.
Now we've got a screen that's actually doing stuff.
There you go. Looking good, feeling good.
Let's see if we can load into a game and not crash it.
If you don't, I'll do it. I swear. If you don't, you're doing the interview. It's over. Enjoy. You know, doing it live.
Fun thing with installing an update right as we go live.
No, it's loading. We're not on the initializing screen. I think we're good.
Yeah, it looks good now.
Yeah, great.
They timed the update just so that way Panda could do it right before we go live.
Yeah.
Like, guess what? You need this. There we go. Collect the spinners.
Oh, I had Zumzy show me the quickest route, and I've already buggered it up.
Oh, you're in the hub.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to the single player.
Hmm.
If I knew you were going to be in a hub, I would have jumped around and.
All right, are we ready? You ready to go?
Yes.
All right. No, we're gonna. I'm asking Joel. I want to see. I want to make sure that Panda's got to play, right? Panda's jumping all over the place. This is cool looking.
This is a 2x2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's big.
I'm just looking at how far out those hills are down on the ground. It's cool being like up in the sky. Last one to sit elimination. Yeah, just don't press your X key. I feel like that's pretty easy. Somebody said, let's play a game in an instance. Last one to sit elimination. I think it's a little easier in the metaverse than it is in real life.
Walks away, you know?
I've got to tell my partner to stop playing League of Legends real quick.
Why?
Because he's spazzing out the internet.
Oh, that's funny.
Sandman G asks if I have Aloe's banana. I do. I do have Aloe's banana. I have the yellow banana. I also have a glowing blue banana.
Yeah, he made that like alpha. It's almost like a longsword, but inspired by the first banana. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got that Alpha Metaverse style Tron kind of look.
All right, we ready to go?
I
don't know if you can hear right now.
Maybe muted.
Yeah, he might have muted on Discord.
What?
Oh, you're good.
Oh, easier.
What's up?
I'm sitting here the whole time, man.
Cool, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm just working, but what's up?
All right.
Working double time now.
Anyway.
Okay, so it's been a couple of months since we last talked to you. How have you been? You out on tour?
Yeah, like I'm in between tour and content pipeline designing for shows and stuff.
Very cool.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we had for those of you in the chat who don't already know, this is Joel, aka Deadmau5. The last time that we were in here with you, they gave us a series of questions that were kind of pre-canned questions, and you knocked them out of the park. Probably one of the most fun interviews I have been in, and so I kind of wanted to follow up on some of those questions here because you answered that question very differently. So tell us a little bit about yourself here, and what do you do on a regular basis?
Honestly, I play with like shader IDEs. Like that's all I've been doing this year. It's actually been kind of sad but rewarding because I'm using a lot of these different IDEs to do like compute shaders to help me make cooler real-time content for my shows and other people's shows and other IDE development communities that are building their own things where I'm like kind of going in and running them through the gauntlet of testing and stuff like that. So I've been doing a lot of like just a lot of compute shader stuff. So if you don't know what a compute shader is, I mean, thebookofshaders.com is a good start. They're basically little tiny lines of instruction that tell a GPU to make graphics versus like rasterized like video or rendered content. It's
that's
real-time
cool
stuff like for game engines.
Yeah, that's great. So is that like in line with kind of like the stuff that NVIDIA talked about a couple of days ago?
Which stuff?
So they
had a lot on their plate.
Yeah, announcing that like 4080, they kind of talked about the new DLSS engine that they have. Is that the kind of stuff that you're doing, or
more low level than that?
Okay.
Meaning that more base language than that. Like GLSL is like a really low level language for compute shaders, and Vulkan and SpearV and HLSL, which is like high level. But NVIDIA, I think they're mostly touting the hardware to make use of compute shading versus actually just making a compute shader. So they're making the tools and toys, and I can't keep up with that tech.
Sure.
All of it anyway, but yeah, it's just basically I've been just working with a lot of Unreal Engine, Touch Designer, Tool 3, all the IDEs. So
that's really cool. Yeah, it sounds like you're like. It seems to me from our previous conversation that you like to kind of keep it fresh and do something new and constantly learn and adapt and kind of change like with the world. So
yeah, it's not that I've taken a back seat on kind of all the things we're doing with blockchain and stuff like that. It's just that now, that it's become such a moving force for companies that can experiment in that realm, is that the people at, my people, if you will, we've kind of got a whole little like division of people working on the Web3 stuff with Pixel Links and all that other stuff too. So and the collaborations we're doing with you guys and stuff like that. So it's not that I'm not involved in any capacity. It's just
for sure. You're one person. You got 40 hours a week, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's more than that for you. It seems like I said,
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Stay really active. Yeah, but it's nice to see that you can kind of get into a project, kind of give it the start, give it your input, and go like, okay, I trust you, my team members, right, to work on these things and push it forward in the future. And the experience that that Panda is playing here on the screen, and Panda, you're a little bit off center on your character's not in the middle of the screen, but nonetheless, we've got. This came out just a couple of days ago here in the week. And so how long does it take for that process to kind of go through, and how much active input do you give when it comes to that sort of thing?
Which thing?
So you've got a 2x2 experience that just launched inside the Sandbox game this week, yeah?
Yeah. I honestly, like, it was less nerd and more consultant. And yes, man, hey, like, because I mean, you guys are all like stupid competent developers and content creators and ideals. That you come up with these packages, basically send me a playbook like of just a storyboard or just some images, some renderings, and saying, hey, we got this flavor, that flavor, that flavor. What do you want? Strawberry, vanilla, or chocolate, or all three?
Nice.
Like, and then we're like, cool, and we like sign off on it. So, this time around, I obviously I wasn't too hands deep with it, so that's like, you could say I'm lazy, or you could say, I really trust what you guys are doing with the platform.
No, that's funny. That's funny that yeah, for sure. I wouldn't take it like that at all, but like that's Alex knows this, right? From the perspective of like a business owner, you want to go in and you have. Again, you only have so many hours in a day, right? And so if you can trust your team members and you can trust your partners, then you can get that product out there. As long as it's like the general aesthetic that you were going for, then you have a good time and a good experience. And at the end of the day, I imagine you just want to see that people aren't bitching about your product, right?
Yeah, no shit. I mean, I had
I can micromanage
experience not too recently with a Netflix series that shall not be named.
Oh, nice.
The soundtrack was really good.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, right? Like, yeah, that's your, yeah. That's great. Yeah. So we had the in our previous conversation, they gave me like this nice softball question that was something like, "What's your favorite color?" or something crazy like that, right? And you took it into the International Monetary Fund on another level. So how are you feeling about crypto as we kind of go deeper into closer to a potential or actively in a recession now?
We're definitely experiencing a little bit of a recession, not like the oh my god, let's just start fires recession, but it just that kind of dip where things are starting to fall into place for the better and the worse, right? So for example, most recently was Twitch deciding to say, hey, slots players. And I have they're banning that apparently,
right? Yeah,
or they're saying that, and I have a like a hunch that the FTC and crypto have something to do with that, because there are a lot of these new like kind of properties springing up that are allowing blockchain for real money, gambling and stuff like that, to just kind of avoid this kind of all these like legalities between region to region and stuff like that. And Amazon, as it were, like Twitch is, I feel like they're like, who cares project, you know what I mean? It's like, so like it's very inconsequential to us to ban 40 gambling guys than it would be to hire 30 lawyers, right? So like to them, it's like I said, there's very diminishing returns on having people making a lot of money on your website on services that aren't your website, so and that just got interesting because of the the FTC and all these new regulations that just keep like popping up over like what you can and cannot do with monetary instruments on the internet, whether it's crypto or cash or Stripe or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's starting to be regulated. And then once basically you start throwing a bunch of rules onto any kind of thing, and people tend to lose interest, because it was very Wild West 2 years ago, and now it's a little more like Ohio,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. It's like you have, I mean, the Sandbox is kind of in the same thing, right? Like we started out, we're just out there, we're doing our thing, and then you get enough attention, you get enough scope, and people start kind of looking at you on all these, all not just in the United States but all around the world. They want to see that you're above board or whatever their version of that is, right?
But it's just the money thing, right?
Exactly.
So again,
Yeah.
if crypto becomes what money is, like greenbacks, you know what I mean? Then it's just going to be the same thing. It's just the only thing that's changed is the handover of the medium of how we're getting paid and paying for things.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that it's getting a little soupy.
Yeah. So when you, oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So if when you're looking at kind of the future, I know you guys, you have a lot of products, you have a lot of IPs out there under your Head 5 kind of bubble.
Right.
Do you see things like the USD coin versus like whatever the central bank token? Do you see that as a problem, or do you see that as a feature? If the Federal Reserve comes out with a USD coin, do you see that as a feature for yourself and your products? I know that it's a little out there. It's a little out there.
That's like Jekyll Island shit. If you want to go there,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Federal Reserve is like, it's a scam to begin with. I mean, it's like,
no,
I know that's like, we're talking like, I don't know. This feels like a CoinDesk interview with like some guy in Wall Street with a ticker going down. How do you feel about merging markets with the
yeah.
Well, this isn't even my fucking wheelhouse. You want to talk about like shaders?
Yeah, no, for sure. I was just kind of bouncing off of the previous.
And I feel bad for anybody that like truly listens to me and says, "Wow, I really need to put stakes in this or that or that."
Right. That's fair.
I would like to disclaim very loudly and prominently right now: I am not a licensed financial advisor.
This is not financial advice.
I was fortunate enough to get through life to have a little bit of fuck it money to do dumb things, and some of them I regret, some of them I do not. But
cool. So do you have any upcoming projects
I do, or do as I say?
You have any upcoming projects kind of in that blockchain space, or how's your expansion going?
Yeah, we're going into beta soon with Elixir on that's basically Pixel Links' flagship, like our little fucking 2 cents as to what the metaverse is, which is kind of laughable at best, because I mean, it's getting weird out there. It's like you say at metaverse to like some old person, and they're like, "Oh, what game is that?" Or like where is it? How do I log on to the metaverse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny.
And there's like a couple of leaders, sure, and I think the strongest running position right now to be the one is actually Fortnite.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, they got a lot of users.
They really do, like in terms of numbers, right? But and then Facebook's is like, "Oh, we could do that," and then they're like,
"Oh no,"
and then the rest of the world just, "You can't do that."
Yeah.
I feel like Zuck is the kind of guy who just like walked into like some of the most talented AAA designers and stuff and said, "No, I want you to do it this way." And then they all just went,
yeah.
Just a little bit of that.
I hate my corporations who have mascots as leaders. I hate it.
Yeah.
Like I like my corporations to be faceless and nameless. Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, like the idea. I know Seb, our COO, kind of talked about that Facebook related metaverse thing for a little while too. He's like, why is it that every person that is in your metaverse has to be a person, and they can't be like an ape or something wild, right? Like, why can't you just be whatever you want to be in that space? But so I think that kind of goes back to your point there.
It's just, again, it's islands. It's nothing has changed. Nothing will likely merge and coalesce. Like I said, the whole thing with blockchain, as I've said in the last time, and I'm still with it to this day, is that we can use that as an interchange between platforms, which we've done, right? With the heads and stuff like that. And that's why that protocol exists, and that's good. So when you say blockchain is the metaverse, it's not. It is. It's kind of like part of. It's like the backbone, the spine of the metaverse. You know what I mean? It allows information being changed and stuff like that too. And I was actually having a conversation with another like game designer, programmer guy, where we were testing something out, and I was like, "Oh, do FBX import, please, because I want to do this thing," because he had OBJ, and then he said, "Well, why not GLTF?" And I said, "Ooh, why not GLTF?" because GLTF files encapsulate texture data, geometry, cameras. It's basically the new FBX, but a lot of companies won't adapt it because they don't own it.
Yeah.
So
right.
Real quick, Joe, can we turn up Joel a little bit?
Yeah.
The chat's saying he's real quiet.
I got it.
There we go. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So Autodesk owns FBX. And if you write a program or a game or some publicly available tool that uses FBX, you have to have a GPL for that. Right. And Autodesk makes a couple pennies or a couple dollars, whatever the hell. So a lot of people are like, cool, I guess we're just going to do that. But GLTF is practically open source. I think it actually is totally open source. Yeah. I don't know.
I think so.
Don't quote me on that. I think it is.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure that it is because I've seen it enough. But yeah.
Yeah. So like Unreal is like, we won't natively support it, but if you want to make a plugin for it and put it on the marketplace, then we'll sell that. And then we're like, okay, happy medium. We'll take that. And then, all these other like Tool 3 is going to eventually support like, GLTF importing natively and stuff like that. I don't know where Unity is with that, but it's shit like that. You know what I mean? So then GLTF is to the blockchain is to the metaverse. You know what I mean? So it's like this omni tool that can be accessible from all these different platforms, whether it's going to be Fortnite, Roblox, Sandbox, and Blankos, and this and that and the other thing. They can all rely on that subsystem of information to pull asset data from. And it's obviously up to the property or that little island of the metaverse to be able to transcribe that data into something that mechanically and aesthetically fits into their thing, because obviously the heads.io thing, they had to get voxelized and all that crazy shit. So I don't know how did you hire a guy to do that, or did you actually write an importer, and do it?
Yeah, it's definitely a curated process.
Do you really want to know?
No. Well, actually, I do. I'm curious. Were they done individually, or did you guys literally write a voxelization script?
We made a procedural generation tool for our Voxel software. So we recreate the traits. We have a whole team of artists that I wasn't managing them directly, but
yeah, because there's only really about 100 or so components tops.
Yeah. So we make each component and then we run it based on the blockchain data. We get all of the
got it.
All the traits. And
I do.
We rerun it
in Unreal, except I use GLTF. Right.
Yeah, and that's interesting because in a lot of those places, a lot of those formats, like you talk about the Fortnites, the Blancos, right? Like as long as it's not a proprietary style, you can just kind of pop it in there. So to see that,
whoever did my studio there, that's insane. Get off the Neve, dude. That's not how that works. Show some respect.
Why not just dance on it, right? Like it's tens of thousands of dollars, whatever.
Oh yeah, I wish.
Oh yeah, higher, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, wild. So we've got
get on there. Take a big.
Oh yeah, why not, Panda? Just
now Steve Aoki's dancing on it. So
it's not me.
Way to go. Way to go. Yeah, blame Steve. Yeah. Way to go.
It's kind of like my internet's struggling right now.
So you would look at that as like the ideal metaverse then, is something that is using a GLTF while using the blockchain.
Yeah, like in terms of abstraction, blockchain is the meta. Sure. Like quite literally the meta, and the metaverse in the way that everybody's accessing it from somewhere. It's like living in an apartment with like multiple windows, right? No matter which window you're looking out of, you're still seeing the outside world. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just from different viewpoints,
That's great.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Mr. Fear Engineer in the chat says that analog console is worth $500K.
About that.
That's
not including wiring. So
yeah,
it's not something you want to emote on.
Yeah.
But it's the metaverse. We can emote on everything.
They're sad on it.
I love about
they're
this
sad
thing.
on
Do
it.
whatever you want.
Oh, that's great.
Every time I go in here, my computer's just like, no, you're going to crash now.
That's what
it's
you
kicking
get.
out.
That's
Yeah.
what you
Fucked around
get.
and
Yes.
you found out.
Thank you.
Shame on you.
There it is. There it is.
It knows.
So when
Yeah,
are you
Don't,
guys
don't
going,
invite Panda to your
Web3
house because
application?
you'll have to kick her out of there. So
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to dance on real stuff.
When can we see the Web3 application to Sandbox? No, it's not going to run in a browser yet.
Oh, I see what you're
it's
saying.
supposed to
Put
be
it in
in a
browser.
client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon TM.
No,
Like-
don't soon. So our
doesn't
pipeline, our pipeline right now. It's it's a trademark. That's very good. Yeah, soon. Yeah, no. So the currently we're in a client. We're going to finish out that client. We're going to finish out the Game Maker version 1.0 and then start work on the mobile app. So
All right.
mobile is the priority more so than web, and then after that, assuming that they are more accepting of Web3 than consoles like PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, that sort of thing. So to just kind of going for maximum.
Are there any
adoption.
console games right now that use any Web3 tech?
I don't think so.
One?
I think Blancos is the first one to get onto Steam or something, and that's like the closest we're getting to that. Because
I thought they just said across
Something-
the board.
I know Steam said something across board. Maybe it was the Epic Game Store. I can't remember.
Maybe.
Oh,
Right, too.
maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
You say that, but Crypto Space Commanders was on Steam for like 2 years beforehand,
Huh.
and that's a crypto-based game.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know we got this thing running on the Steam Deck. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
through a variety
got
of
I love
yeah. Yeah,
it's
it's
a pretty
funny.
simple process.
I used it
from what I
once
saw.
myself.
You have to find the right games though.
Yeah, I tried to
'Cause,
play like
I've been trying to play Stray and Elden Ring, but I'm getting like 30.
yeah. I
Are
tried
there
to play.
games that run at like 60 FPS on the Steam Deck? Because I haven't seen any. I just went for it. I was just like, okay, we're doing Elden Ring, we're doing fucking Stray.
I've mostly been playing indie platformers. It's just it became my like Super Meat Boy and Spelunky device.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I don't. I tried to
Does
do
it run at
Rocket
60?
League, and you don't want it. I think it does. I'm pretty sure there's a
Right.
setting for 60, but you got to go low res. Like you can't do full
Right.
resolution on it. But yeah, it's I only used it once, and I put it on the shelf because I thought I was going to use it for Rocket League with like the back pedals that it has. I play that on a pretty high level, and I'm like, I wasn't into it, right? But I don't really, like I don't go do a lot of traveling like you clearly do. So it's probably a very useful tool for you.
For me, it's just something that's not my work desk.
Yeah.
Right? It's like because as soon as I sit down at my regular desk, which is a powerful gaming PC, I'm like in emails and spreadsheets and working on managing all these artists and stuff, and next thing I know, it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, I sat down to play a game and then I built a game instead. Oops.
Yeah.
So
hate it
having
when
the
that
Steam
happens.
Deck next to my bed is like if I just want to like chill out, it's a lot easier to kind of unplug for a little bit and
Sure.
plug into that.
All right. So where do you see? I asked this question earlier in a pre-recorded interview for somebody, but Alpha Season 4. Chat's pretty soon going to start asking when that's coming up next. Do you have any particular plans you can discuss with regards to the future of the Sandbox game and your IP?
I know that's not directed at me.
Oh yeah.
Wait. What?
yeah. So like, okay. I mean,
we're gonna show him some more pitches. He's gonna pick.
There you
chocolate,
go.
vanilla,
Oh, there we go.
strawberry, or
Okay.
Neapolitan, and then we're gonna go.
I like it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So how big?
We're gonna ask him if he wants nuts or not, and some whipped cream, and then we're gonna we'll make it to order.
I love it. I love it.
You guys got to give me some authoring tools just for fun sometime, just so I can like do some stuff. I've been doing a lot of modeling for like show content and stuff like that, and I think some of them would make pretty funny Sandbox assets. Like you got a thing that'll just like you could take like an FBX or whatever and just cube it.
So there's kind of a pipeline for it. It's not super optimized for the once you start voxelizing those meshes, oftentimes they're pretty messy, and they end up increasing in poly count.
Yeah, and you got to like
So,
clean it up afterwards, right?
yeah, so we have some pipelines for that, but usually like we do most of this stuff from scratch.
Job security.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of voxel artists now. I mean, it's been increasing. Like, I mean, I was kind of in the second wave of voxel artists, like really getting into. There were some really big mobile and indie hits for games using voxel art, and then a lot of us started getting into it. And then there's like this third wave with Sandbox, a lot of new creators coming in. So,
You ever see? I was in Unreal Slackers today, and I was watching some of the streams in there. And there's this guy using this. I was like, "Are you on an Amiga or something?" And he was like, "No, it's called A Pixel." You know what I'm talking about? It's like a
that sounds
sprite
familiar.
designer. Everybody uses it apparently for like pixel
A-Sprite?
art. A-Sprite, yeah.
A-Sprite, yeah, that's a great piece of software.
I was like, what the hell? Like, how cool would it
Yeah.
be to like just basically extrude it along the Z-axis, and then you can make your little.
There's a tool for that actually.
See,
I'm
we're
trying to remember.
optimization.
I'm gonna find it.
What does that say? Seen any
tweezers?
Tweezers. Yeah, I heard they're Dead Mouse fans who danced for too long and got their brains fried as a result. I love that.
I don't get that. Wait, seen any tweezers yet?
Yeah, they're your fans who danced for too long and got their brains fried.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I
They're
mean,
married,
it
they have kids now.
happens. I bet it happens a lot. Like, you know, you dance a lot, and all of a sudden your brains are falling out of your ears. And what do you
You
do?
spelled tweaker wrong.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah. Is it meant to be tweakers?
I think it's
like I thought. Yeah, I was gonna say.
It depends
did I
on
just
what
get
region
too
you're from.
old? Yeah, I was gonna say, did I get too old and tweezers are like a new thing that I just don't know about?
No.
No, it's not.
There's still
It's-
the things I use to like pluck nose hairs and.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
So there is a tool called Sprite Stack, which is kind of similar
Sprite?
to you draw you basically draw pixel art in layers. That one's been around for a little while. That's not the one I was looking for though.
Yeah, the voxel thing is cool though. Like it's just like there's no real like full blown kind of IDE that'll let you like, you know, like Minecraft but without the Minecraft. You know what I'm talking about? So you just like kind of free fly around and then build your shit and then just like literally export it. But I guess it would have to be all weird and rigged and
Yeah, I mean, Magic of Voxels like that in a way. If you set up the controls right, it's not quite like flying though.
But so do all the characters, all the players, are they all using the same rig?
Not necessarily.
Or
So
do they have different
we
ones with like another arm?
yeah, most of them are using the same rig, and that's planned to change. Right now, it's for the sake of equipment, because once you start making the characters different shapes, then you have to start modifying the way the equipment works. But we did recently, the CyberKong's VX collection went live, so people are about a meter taller. These things are giant compared to the regular characters. They're running around with these huge quarterback, the linebacker shoulders, and you know.
So it doesn't use the same asset data as it would for normal player.
Yeah, they use the same node names, and they have the same number of bones in them, so that way it translates nicely, and they can still equip the same stuff. But they've got their whole own animation set. The team, the CyberKong's team, did their own custom animations for all of them.
Do you think that's something that's gonna just keep going and going, where you're gonna be getting these like different kind of rigs for different character selections, and then adding accessories to those?
Yeah, we're working on it. That's a big part of my job actually. I'm meeting with the teams that make those things deploy, because like we can do the artwork, right?
Yeah.
Like our artists can do basically whatever they want, but it has to work in the game. So I was just in a meeting today when we were talking about how are we going to define metadata so that way we can gate the size of players to experience. Like you need to be this short to go on this ride, basically, because you won't fit through the door. Because you watch something like the movie for Ready Player One, and somebody comes in the Iron Giant suit and just kind of crashes through a social hub, and nobody can see where they're going because of that. That is not or even just trying to do like a quest where you're taller than all the doors you're going through, you can't see anything going on. So we need to define the metadata for like, oh, players are this height, they will fit in this experience, or we're going to need to scale them in some way. So we're working on that platform we want people to make whatever kind of character they want, but it gets very messy.
That the metaverse always like just bipeds in third person view. Like, can we like?
Well, we can do first person. It's a little.
I know.
But
why are you a dude running around with arms and legs and a head?
I'm just a dude pretending to be a dude.
No, I think that's a good point. And like, why can't we be a spider person, right? With
just a single pixel, that accumulates pixels, and you can make yourself however you want.
Yeah, we've seen some experiences that are built like that. Like when we do our game jam competitions, like we had, I played a game that was one of the best games in that particular game jam, where you were literally just a block, just a straight up cube, like the same size as any one of these world terrains, and bouncing around, and it had some slight like animation, like a gelatinous cube or some character, right? But it was a great game that was just a puzzle design with basic visual effects. And so I think that that's possible. It's just we have to get beyond this. Like what we're doing in the alpha is essentially going like, what do these tools look like for adventure games, and like what does the client want? Like yourself, right? Like you're probably going to want a concert venue somewhere, I imagine, right? So that you're going to have a lot of like humanoid peoples in there. But replacing your avatar, really the only difference is like the character itself as you come in, right? You've got a developer can choose if they want it to be your avatar, which is your humanoid character, or override it with a tank, whatever you want when you go into their world. Or their space.
We've seen a lot of that. We've seen a lot of that in the game jams. One of the very first game jams we had, somebody did a game where you play as a squirrel. We've had like the cube one. That was, it actually reminded me of some other games that I've seen where you was it Thomas was here or something like that. Thomas was alone, I think, where he plays different like shapes. There's just that there's you can set any asset. What I'm excited for us potentially doing like prop hunt stuff, because one of the things that we have been looking at is like, what is the utility of all these NPC assets? Like, everybody wants an avatar, people want equipment, so that way they can look cool and fight hard in a game. But what does this tree do? What does this tombstone do? What does this wagon do for a regular player? Like, who are we making those for? A lot of times we're making those for game creators. That's a huge part of our market, is people who want to build games. But for a regular player, they win some random, plant or egg or something. Like, what are they going to do with it? And I've been pushing for prop hunt style games. I want to be able, I want to play Call of Duty prop hunt with all of the NFTs in my inventory, which is too many.
Yeah, and there's there's another thought that I had just now too about like what makes it a metaverse is, for most people, I think, seeing themselves, their avatar, their character, be able to go from place to place. So if you make your main avatar this cubic thing, like how does it wear the equipment to do the same functions in your game or whatever? How does it wear a helmet and a sword as a cube? Do they just float on the side? So like those compatibility things kind of go there. And so unless you could have the helmet be like able to dynamically shape, which currently like it's not built into the engine, that's not like super viable. But then there's the other aspect of the way that I used to describe it quite a while ago, with the sandbox being closer to like the metaverse is closer to like the Epic Game Store or the Google Play Store or something, where like you buy your plot of land where you can publish these experiences as much as you want in there. So like from a development standpoint, I see it kind of in the other way, where it's not like,
is that how that works? So does that offset costs of like server delegation when you're having someone come to Sandbox and buy a piece of property?
Yeah, absolutely. So the operative costs for the Sandbox game happen every time somebody sells or resells an asset, right? There's a 5% fee that's listed. Like it's pretty clear whether you sell it in our marketplace here, you sell it in OpenSea or somewhere else, you'll see there'll be that like 5%. So that 5% of, the volume's pretty good. Even just the sand token transactions, like those are the volumes crazy, like $1 billion a day.
Wow, but then you also have gameplay server too.
Right. And so the game, the whether it's people or gameplay, like we've got, even just from the first year, we had enough funding like to go for like 3 or 4 more years before people started reselling assets, things like that. So yeah, the offset is pretty good. The initial buy-in, like when we first started, it was super cheap. We're talking like $30, $40,
$29.
Yeah, there we go. Very
somebody
sale.
asked me yesterday, like, what's your hot take on land? Like, when did you get involved? I was there for the first land sale. It was $29 for each plot.
Yeah, and back then that was a good budget for us, right? Like as a company to continue to operate through our like 10-year plan. And now, of course, those lands, because we pegged it to sand, the price has gone up quite a bit. Like you're talking like hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the current, the running market price.
Yeah, first party sales about $750 to $800 right now.
Yeah.
So if you do continue to operate on a dollars basis, then it's very self-sufficient just to sell the lands.
Huh. And then where's the layer topology like running? AWS or just for the clients?
Yeah, we've got it on Cloudflare right now.
Cloudflare.
Yeah.
Right. Huh.
Yeah.
I'm about to
people want us to run it all decentralized.
I hate it. Oh no, dude, that would be so expensive.
Yeah, no. That would like, why can't you put an IPFS? I'm like,
oh yeah,
you want to spend like an hour loading a single level?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like to a certain. The number of transactions that could process per second on Ethereum is not high at all, right? Like that would get locked up just having people play the Sandbox game. You would lock up the entire network if you try to decentralize it, right?
Yeah.
Like it has to be optimized. And so to a certain extent, you as like
you think IPFS will just always be this like abstraction layer running in parallel with like, client software servers and stuff like that?
Even OpenSea does local caching. So I think
yeah, but they're just moving numbers. They're not crunching fucking game client replication and telemetry and all that shit.
Yeah, I think for a long time, technology is going to keep advancing. So I don't know what the next 10 years is going to look like for IPFS, but I don't see us moving to totally decentralized storage for
5-10 years.
It's going to be a while. I don't think it's realistic to expect that, but it's nice knowing that all that stuff's backed up.
Do you ever feel like you're part of the problem? I feel like I'm like, yeah, I have to wait. But there's always going to be one of those guys that's like, I'm going to start working on this. I'm actually going to do it. But then I think 90% of us are like, yeah, we have to wait for technology to catch up. We have to wait for the CPU to basically double in cycle, like as it does naturally. You know what I mean? With no help from us. You know what I mean? No,
right.
Like CPU speed does not get higher because nobody does anything and we just wait.
Right.
And I always feel like such a shitlord when I'm like, how come there's no fucking video codec that has like let you put in LTC in the metadata? Oh, I gotta wait for someone to invent that. Fuck.
No, I think that would, for me, that comes down to like
problem. Like I'm not creating the problem, but I'm not advancing the solution.
You're not making it worse.
Yeah. I'm creating demand for the solution, right?
He's the guy you capitalize on.
That is the most euphemistic bullshit I've ever fucking heard in my life, and I'm gonna use that later. I'm working hard, okay? I've been asking for that feature for fucking 2 years.
Oh man,
I demand a raise.
That's great. Yeah,
as long as I get royalties.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then some guy's gonna do it, right? And then he's gonna own it, and he's gonna license it for a shitload of money to anyone who wants to use it. And you're gonna be like, I thought of that first.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Clip it. Somebody clip it.
Yeah.
Get the trademark now, Alex. Whatever.
I've been advocating so hard to basically the same thing, but for music software, right? Okay, so we got Ableton, we got Bitwig, we got Fruity Loops, we got Cubase, we got Reaper, we got, you know what I mean? We got like a million different ways to skin a cat until there's like no cat left to make music, right? So, but sometimes this little rat race of DAWs, one DAW will do something really cool, and I want to use that, but I can't use anything else from anywhere else. So I gotta like, figure out a way to do that, right? Back in the day, there was an ambitious group of weirdos that were like, hey, why don't we come up with a media format that Cakewalk and Cubase can use? It won't be everything, but it'll be clip data, positioning, number of tracks, some MIDI data, and they called it OMF, right? Omni Media Format or some dumb thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that was great. So I've been like kind of pushing to get, somebody, not me, to write a spec for a media format that is multi-track, allows for metadata layer, like for DMX or ArtNet and MIDI and audio data with multi-track, and then use like some kind of multiplexer decoding thing to decode that audio. So when you just drag that one encapsulated file, which could be 20 gig, it's fine, it's just a file, and then have a codec, on another end, a lossless codec, basically take that information, fan it out through the outputs, and then, into that DAW, and then just say, look, here's the standard, it has every protocol that I think has any modern day practical fucking use, and maybe some weird one that doesn't, but that's okay too, because you don't have to include it, but then I get bummed out because I'm like, okay, guys, this is ridiculous. There's so many standards. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Proliferating my randomness, but sucks.
I mean, that's true everywhere. I mean, I know that's true with image file formats and video file formats. Everybody's like, "Hey, I've got an idea," and instead of expanding, on say GLTF, instead of figuring out a way to add something to that, it's like, what if I made it completely my own thing, my own original idea that I can control?
But then you wouldn't be able to use it with any other advanced technology that comes out in parallel with the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is that everybody just wants to monetize it, right?
Like, okay, look, you whiners, stop sending me JPEGs. Okay, here's a PNG. And then one guy's going to come along and he's going to be like, yo, I need like 30 f-stops to this image. AXR, something like that. Doesn't work in my pipeline, man. And then you got bit depths and all this other shit. And then they're like, yeah, it's just like there's always going to be some new technology that comes along that will take advantage of a, some file format or another. And then they'll be like, well, I wish it did this, whatever.
Yeah.
We just need to open source Reaper for recording. What? Reaper is open source.
The Sandbox bar. That's
Reaper is the only DAW that I even know of that has OSC natively built in, other than OSC. Everything else uses MIDI remote scripts, which is stupid. Python, slow.
I was following along with most of the DAW stuff and some of the formats in it, but it's surpassed. You've gone past my level here.
Back in the demo scene day, we just had mod.xm and .it. And I would make all my crack draws like literally less than 20 kilobits.
Wow.
And they were long. Like some of them went on for like, 7-minute loops and stuff like that. But they just used like a couple tiny shitty 80 ppm samples, and I did it all in a MS-DOS based tracker. And that was cool. But that's and now Epic Games is trying to do the same thing in effect, right? With meta sounds, right? They're like, okay, now we're running the audio engine in a separate thread from the game engine, but we're gonna kind of, you got world time, tick time, and then audio engine time. Audio engine time being the most high resolution, so it can sample, like it can run through blocks of audio and buffers and stuff like that. So they're making, you could in theory build all these like soft synths inside Unreal and then use that audio synthesis as what you would use in a VST and then print it out as a WAV file and bring it into your game. See what I'm saying? So you could in effect build a digital audio workstation inside a game engine now and have that run all the DSP and do its thing.
Again, I think that's a really good idea in the sense that like most of, and maybe this is a stretch, but like you download your Call of Duties or whatever, right? And you're spending a good like third of your download just getting high quality audio.
No, you're not.
No,
you're getting texture data.
Well, I mean, I see the texture data like when I load the game.
Audio, like for a big game, 500-600 meg tops.
Yeah, I
could have sworn that are kind of
when I got like the
bad.
What was that? I think it was the new Modern Warfare release or whatever. It all came in like 320K audio. Seemed like it was uncompressed and pretty large, but I could be wrong.
Uncompressed, full 44.1 wave, like 8 minutes of that. It's probably like 70 meg. So
really?
Like, yeah. And nice. Plus, a lot of games like Trick, they build their own. They usually use Wise or Fmod or whatever the fuck. But they'll take in multi-part audio, like smaller clips, and then so that it's thematically changing as you're moving from environment to environment. So they're mixing between one or the other and using loop-based timings and stuff like that, as opposed to just saying like, "Hey, Call of Duty, the runtime of the playthrough is 400 hours, so I'm gonna need you to compose 400 hours of music."
Right. So so then I guess with that in mind, do you see this Epic Games change as a thing that solves a problem that doesn't exist, or is it like, does it have value?
Yes and no. But like I said, once you start encapsulating like printed audio and stuff like that as the artist intended, you know what I mean? That was cool. But like the guy who invented the kind of optimization of audio in a video game was Carmack, using MIDI in Wolfenstein. So, because they were like, well, fuck, we need music. Well, shit, we can't fit this on 3 floppy disks. What do we do? So they used MIDI files, and then that accessed your computer's MIDI soft synth or the Windows Media Foundation MIDI thing in Windows 95. Failing that, but I believe as they were writing that component, MIDI and computers you used to need a MIDI card. And then you'd have to go to like a Roland MIDI device, like a physical little box about the size of a Sega Saturn, and it had a MIDI processor on it, and all the samples loaded into sound fonts and stuff on there, so that when you MIDI'd out of your computer and went into this device, it would play back the MIDI file on a separate sound source, because PCs weren't decoding pulse code modulation audio, which is uncompressed audio, because first of all, they never even had speakers. The only speaker you had was just the bleep to know it turned on.
Yeah.
And that was it. So the first music experience from PCs actually were driven externally by MIDI devices that were like an external MIDI device, which was really clever because a MIDI file was only like 12 kilobits. And you could have that thing play for days and do all sorts of MIDI information stuff, because it's only like 4 bytes or 8 of dumb information that says, hey, here's a note, play it, done, next, versus blocks of audio. So it's coming up with like procedural ways to do that music. Now if you're doing that soft synth, and that soft synth is at the same tier and quality of a soft synth in a modern day DAW like Serum or something like that, which would be super easy to compile into a meta sound or some C++ thing that runs inside the game engine on the audio thread, then cool. But then now we need developers to make drum machines and this and that, samplers and loopers and this and that, not just like one synth. And then effects, compression, reverb, spatialized audio, HRTF data, blah 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 blah. But it's coming, and it's actually really cool.
Yeah, it sounds like.
How is audio handled in Sandbox? Wise or Fmod?
I think we use OGG files. I'm not on the engine side of things for audio, so I'm not sure.
So you take sample data and bring it in as OGG or whatever.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of different little sound clips, and it's we can play background music at the same time.
The engine that comes in Unity, or if it's a third-party extension.
I'm not sure on that one. That's I'm all purely on the visual side of things.
Find out for you right now.
Nice.
Hacker. We just dropped a giveaway form for a Alpha Season 3 pass in the chat.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to fill that out, it'll be open for the next few minutes.
Use that mod actually.
Oh, there we go.
Neat. I hate F1. No, it's great. It's really good. I just it requires a lot of tooling. Then again, they're probably used to it because they're using Unity. I'm used to a beating. Let's just use Fmod so I get the same amount of beating in audio than I do in the game project.
All right, well,
we lost Panda.
Yeah. Panda. Oh, no.
She's back.
Panda's like, I'm getting a tea.
That's it. I wasn't getting tea. No, there was a spider that I had to take care of very quietly. I'm quite proud of myself that I didn't make a sound.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. So proud of myself.
Yeah.
And then I thought while I snuck away, I'd get more water, not tea. It's like it's almost 1 a.m. I can't drink tea. I won't sleep. And I promise it is just water.
Radcon Dad says, Joe, there's an echo right now.
Echo.
Is it just me? I think it's just me.
Joe.
That's me. Hi.
You.
Yeah.
You. Hi.
Somebody was talking about how I was too loud, so I was trying to bring myself down, and I changed the levels on a different microphone. So it caused an echo.
So what's next for Sandbox? When's 1.0?
Well, first we're looking for 0.8, which is going to be bringing our. I don't know how much of this I can say because I just saw this video today that was demoing a bunch of the features in Engine. It was just it was an uncut video of somebody running through demonstrating our video streaming in. So video displays in frames, so you can get the audio video experience of whatever media you want to plug in there. The dynamic lighting that we're adding, so you get different spotlights and stuff going on. The kind of crowd control mechanics, like being able to have like synchronized dancing across all the players. They can participate in quests involving like what kind of emotes they're doing and kind of interacting with the live show, and maybe some weather stuff. I'm not going to elaborate on that. And then there were other cool little tidbits in there. So so we're building in a bunch of mechanics. We're still in alpha, so this is the stage of things where we're just taking all of the cool ideas that we have to build out something and kind of throwing it all into this messy stone soup, and we're gonna filter it out later.
Yep.
In beta.
Like you get the features in, and then people are like, oh, I hate it. You throw it out, right? Come back in with whatever works.
Are you tired of working hard in the studio every day to make ends meet? I have the solution for you. Amazon now offers a whopping $15 an hour for your time. What are you waiting for? Send in your application today to change your life for the better.
Wait, did you legitimately get this as an email?
Yep. I'm looking for the email from Rob. And I'm like, look at all these weird emails.
Oh, that's great. Wow. That's great. I got an email like that.
Did they say in the studio? They're like,
yeah. So it was obviously meant for me.
$15 an hour. What a steal, I don't
know. They're just because I was just gonna say, like, spam is getting out of control. They're targeting. Yeah. They know what you do.
It's really wild. I got an email to my @Sandbox Game address like, I don't know, a week ago, where this lady was like, hey, we can get you started in the metaverse. Come build in the sandbox today. And I was like, who are you sending this to? Pay attention. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's out of control.
It's great. That's
Bots
great.
are taking over everything. It's nuts.
Yeah, they
I
really
just
are.
actually noticed, like, I don't do social media, so I don't even look at Twitter or anything like that. But I just so happenstance at a fucking Instagram post, and it was like 50 to 80 just bullshit bots. I'm like, how does a system so big not have a handle on something like this? Like,
you can never say MetaMask on Twitter, or you will get immediate, like, it'll be like
like the
wallet, the dog pound.
Yeah,
just like immediately you get covered with, oh, I'm sorry you have this issue. We can help you. And it's like, I didn't even say I had an issue. I just said the word MetaMask.
Yeah. They'll be like, here's a form, fill it out, and we'll get support to you real quick, right? And oh my gosh, don't ever do it.
The tweet could literally just be, I love MetaMask, and they're just like, we'll help you with whatever your issue is. Like, I have no issue.
I love this.
Now you
do.
do.
Yeah, you do now.
The one I've been seeing a lot lately is I can't believe nobody's talking about this, and what appears to be a link to YouTube. And I've seen that. I see that like 20 times a day. Like, I can't believe nobody's talking about this. And it's always those exact words. And it's just like, I'm not talking about it because I'm not clicking that link, buddy.
They gotta be making that cash. There's no way that you're not. Otherwise, why is it here, right? Like, why are these bots here if they're not?
Are you guys ready for real-time audio ingest into Sandbox yet, or what?
Yet? No, I don't think so.
Not on this version.
Is that on the roadmap?
I know the video format is. So
audio
if you
video ingest.
That's what that.
So you're talking about, like, right? You're performing. You know, you've got a live. So the video audio thing that I mentioned earlier, that was probably coming from like YouTube or a video file like locally. I don't see why we couldn't do it from like a Twitch stream. As far you'd probably want something a lot higher quality, right? So I can talk to somebody and find out where that is on the roadmap.
Yeah, because I had this I had a lot of discussions with a few like engine developers, and it was like from different flavors and stuff like that. And it's like, how come nobody really uses an engine that can replicate, over servers to send like FTL protocol or HLS, like the way that Netflix does, right, over their network? Like, if you're going to tell me you don't have the technology to send fucking 16 and pregnant to 20 million people at 3 p.m. You know what I mean? Then we can't do this through like a game engine using the same, topology or something like that. Yeah, it's just no one's really done it because everyone's been like the real tryhards of the game development, like the AAA shit, have been trying to keep all their shit in engine in sense of audio and like geometry and event driven stuff like that, where it's like why would we want to ingest video into a game engine that makes video?
Sure.
So I'm just curious because there was a really cool thing like Whirligig, I think it was called, on Steam. And what it was like a VR theater, right? But you could ingest a stream like RTP, RTSP, whatever, to it. So if you had like 30 people like on Whirligig, right, you're kind of all sitting, your player data is replicated across the server, which is fine. So you could look to your left, look to your right, and see your two friends that even have fucking VR headsets. And you could watch the same RTSP feed at the same time in this virtual theater, which I thought was fucking great.
Yeah.
Because I'll bet you there was like maybe about 3 seconds between clients, you know what I mean? Because they were all pulling the same feed, but you don't get it like instantaneously.
But close enough.
Very close, like within a second or two. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if I'm watching Netflix on my phone, right, and I turn on Netflix on the TV and I play at the same fucking time or whatever, like it's pretty much one-to-one.
Yeah.
So like if you did that with a video game, then that way you're getting my video of me in a real world setting, like say in my studio with mixers and all this stuff, making the stuff. right? But then that's like just kind of like an IMAG screen in a virtual world, which is going to be, like a sandbox arena where you've got your spectators in there looking at that. Basically, it's a 2D texture printed on some geometry of a screen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But every one of the clients are all pulling from an HLS feed, which is what Netflix uses or something like that. And you can get like 4K if you want, if you got the connection for it. So I'm just really wondering who's going to do it first.
Yeah.
Questions?
Me.
Yeah.
No, I just felt like
you go, Panda. Yeah, you go do it.
Everybody's just like, I wonder, and I'm just like, I've got to throw something out there. Me, I'll do it.
I think
I
I'm gonna go with the I'm building demand in the market side.
Right.
All right, that's gonna be a 5 stand, please, for my royalty.
Yeah.
Because I have to go and pick up some weird mouthwash.
No worries, man. You've been like you're already like 20 minutes over. It's been a great show. Appreciate you hanging out.
I have to do it because that would be really hard to make up.
Yeah.
That's a legit excuse.
He's like, I need black mouthwash.
I've got a sheet beside my monitor over on my camera over here that has a list of excuses that I literally spent like 4 hours each on. I have to get a weird mouthwash.
Yeah.
The batteries for the remote, the gate opener. My friend's coming over, so I got to go to the store and get the batteries.
Yeah.
Heck, we know people are busy. You can just tell us, hey, I'm done.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
We're not rude. We love having you on anytime. Anytime you can give to us. So thank you.
All right.
Hey guys, well, have fun and best of luck with the upcoming 1.0.
I'll see what I can find out about that audio stuff for you.
Well, I don't really care.
It's so useful though.
Video stuff, however, the audio video ingest through HLS into Unity would be like insane.
All right.
I'm gonna go create some demand now.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, he's back.
I've just been lurking back here.
He's just creeping in the background.
You know what I'm back just in time to do?
You gonna give away some stuff, Alex?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give away some stuff. All right.
I do want to apologize before we give away stuff. Basically, the update does have some issues, as you've seen me play, and it freezing constantly, and other people in the chat have said about it. I have just been sent the previous version, so I'm downloading that now so we can actually play. So yeah, there are some issues. There are some issues. I think smaller lands and single player are working okay. But yes, bigger lands and multiplayer areas are not performing as hoped. So apologies. And yeah, Alex has giveaway stuff.
Shame on you, Panda.
I didn't do the update. No one saying that though.
It's the royal we apologies. We apologies.
Well,
it's okay.
No, it's fine. You say it, but I feel like everybody thinks that I do every job apparently.
I mean, that's because you do. You're there, doing them all.
Yeah.
Just like how you're gonna create that audio software.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I know so much about audio. Audio
all right.
queen.
So, I'm sorry to say.
What are you sorry to say?
This giveaway's been rigged.
What'd you do?
Both of the winners are from YouTube.
Hacks.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Twitch.
Rigged.
YouTube won the night today. So we've got an Alpha Season 3 pass going out to Cole. It's COL on YouTube. Cole. Just won an Alpha Season 3 pass. Hopefully they are around. And then we've also got Wizzy the Purple's enhanced hat NFT going out to Kishorn. Kishorn. Also on YouTube. Those are our winners today.
Congratulations. I'm having a heck of a time here, Alex. I'm trying to place these blocks. I'm trying to climb. Things are not.
You're doing a great job. I do want to say as well that the Force update to the new version has been disabled. So if you haven't updated, you won't have the issues everybody else is talking about.
So what? Which version are we recommending people play in right now?
Yes, 0.74, whatever one.
The one we've been on.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.4.
7.4.
Yeah.
All right.
Is what is suggested right now. I don't know how are people able to roll back their versions if they've already updated.
Just turn it off and back on again. Uninstall it.
Well, if they have the same installer, if they didn't delete the installer from when they last installed, then yeah, they can reinstall and you can do that. If we're telling people to be back on 0.7.4, I would guess I would hope that we would put that version as the download again. Hoping that we see this fixed soon, but even if it takes a little bit more time, we've still got a whole 5 weeks left in this alpha, and we're gonna get that cleared up with plenty of time. If you're trying to make sure you get all those EP as the daily events come out, if you're not too focused on the speedrun aspect of it, and you just want to get all that tasty EP, the main suggestion on 0.7.4 is to just slow down in the conversations a little bit. So make sure not to spam E too much going through those talks, because that's usually when those asker behaviors break, when you're talking too fast and then the game doesn't understand the conversation and it doesn't advance the quest. The other thing is make sure that you don't roll or move during the conversation, because that will cancel the conversation. So those are the recommendations. Usually you can beat a game just fine. You just have to be a little careful around those quest points to make sure that they still trigger correctly. So, like Panda said, sorry, it's not the three of us here on stream don't control that. You know, we don't program the engine, but you know, we do a lot of testing and give a lot of feedback, and hopefully we'll get those issues resolved ASAP. Did you just go up a level, Panda? I just saw something flash on your screen.
Yeah, it said I did. Sorry, this music came in so loud. I got deafened by it.
Oh.
It is beautiful, but I got deafened by it. Yeah, it said, but I haven't done any additional quests, and I was already level 5, so I don't know whether it's because I rolled back a version. And Ross Guru, 7 point, the update is now not a forced update. They have stopped the forced update. From what I've been told, they have stopped forced update.
Oh.
But hopefully some people will be able to play, because we do have a really, really cool giveaway to do for you guys, which is, let me find it, which is going to be this. Yeah, the
No, I fell down, no!
It's going to be the Dead Mouse Spider. This will be done as a giveaway. Now, are
we gonna roll again on the forum?
No. We're gonna play a game.
Oh, that's right. You're doing a race.
Yes, hopefully.
All right.
So if you did have to force update in your downloads, hopefully, I barely ever delete my downloads. I'm gonna be honest. But hopefully you left it in your downloads. Like, I've got all mine here. Look, I've got this one here.
Got all my downloads going back to
that. Where's your settings?
I've got one there. I've got my VoxEdit ones. I bet I've got so many. I get told off for keeping them.
I've got a download for Game Maker version 0.08.
Oh, I love
pre-alpha. No, not anymore. I cleaned that up a long time ago. I got a new computer since then.
Conrad,
do you need me to stick around? Because I got little kiddos that it's their bedtime.
You don't need to. You would be okay to not stick around if you got kids to deal with.
Well, I'll pop back. I gotta do the little story reading, the little singing,
See, we know how Panda really feels. Just deal with your kids, Alex. Just deal with them. Just tolerate their
I love my
existence.
children.
Yeah, I was gonna say that came out so mean. you
Tell them to suck it up. You'll fall asleep eventually anyway.
Oh,
yeah, crying really does wear you out. So, if they're upset that daddy isn't,
cry harder. Cry harder. You'll fall asleep quicker.
Cry harder. Wow, I would never. What a sentence, Alex. 2022. Cry harder.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit, and
all right.
If you can hide my my camera there.
Can't believe I'll hide you.
But yeah, Conrad, I get the idea of wanting to do a form because not everybody's going to be able to play. But at the same time, this isn't like just a little giveaway. This is over 1,000 sands asset that we're doing. So I want it to be done this way. And I get that some people might not be able to join, but this isn't the only giveaway we're doing.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, I mean, maybe today this might be the last one we do, but it's not the only giveaway that we have planned that is a special NFT giveaway. Oh, look, I'm stood on here. But see, this would have been so much better. Like, having to lag and, like, just get stuck every few seconds.
Oh, you're playing in Maya's now?
Oh no, I'll move over there in a minute. Oh, Conrad, you wanted to join? There'll be other ones, Conrad. You can you...
He should be able to join now, because he was, Joel was using your number.
No, he wants to join the game.
Oh. I mean, he's not hosting or whatever, right? So.
Yeah, so I think he doesn't have the right version. Conrad, I'm gonna send you a message.
Hacker.
I'm not a hacker, you're a hacker.
IQHO123 says I can't log in with 0.7.4.
I just did. I'm hoping.
What happened? Oh no! Panda! Welcome back.
Oh, okay. That was weird. I went to go send.
Yeah, you got like randomly disconnected?
Yeah.
Can I jump on these birds and just skip this whole thing? I don't want to go all the way down if I fail, so I'm not going to try it. What? Chat. Somebody tell Panda to fix that. Fix that internet, you know what I mean?
I'm not going to do that again. Sorry, Conrad. I can't send it to you. Oh, now I do kind of feel bad that people can't join in. Damn
it! And contests are rigged.
I feel bad. Don't make me...
I feel bad at video gaming, you know what I mean? Just falling.
I feel bad. Right. Okay, what we'll do is, do I want to do hide and seek on a 2x2?
Ooh.
Jazzwolf, are you able to load in? Because Jazzwolf's meant to be helping me. Right, do you know what? I refuse to do a form for it, but what I will do is I will actually save it for the next alpha stream. And we'll do a different giveaway for this one.
I gotta jump
for the people for the people that can join. I think that would be the fairest thing. What do you think, Joseph? I'm gonna let you decide.
I think that from a consumer's point of view, it might be annoying to know that I didn't have an opportunity to get in because of a client-side issue. So I would say that it makes more sense to wait on that and do something smaller as a form.
Well, I was gonna say just still a game, but then I suppose we are near the end of stream time anyway.
Yeah.
And then I can play Maya while we do that. Okay, that's what we'll do. I need to get a form sorted. Either that or we'll just get Alex to... No, Alex is gone. I was going to say, or Alex can re-roll the form, but he's not here.
I keep jumping too late. I'm obviously bad at video games. But you already knew that. Yeah.
You are very bad at video games.
Yep.
You're not. Like,
confirmed, chat.
No, I lie. He's very, very good. He's very good.
Look at me just falling to my infinite demise in the Maya water park. Like, I played this better when I play tested it, you know? Now, look at that. I just keep walking forward and not jumping.
Alright, I want everybody in chat to either put a number 1 or number 2. Do you want a... I forgot how many I have of them. Give me a second to check. Do you want the Shield of Tears? Actually, no, sorry. Tears of Enemies. Do you want Tears of Enemies, or do you want... I'm just checking how many I have, because I don't want to overdo them. Where are you? Okay, or do you want a Dragonborn? So Dragonborn Soldier or Tears of Enemies as a form? Put a 1 for Tears of Enemies and a 2 for Dragonborn while I make a copy of this.
I'm playing so bad, Panda. I'm playing so bad at video games right now.
I'll come watch you play in a second.
You don't want to do that. You don't. It'll hurt you. Or it'll make you laugh. I guess maybe you do want to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I like watching you in pain.
Yeah, it's very painful right now.
Yeah, I'm secretly just so mean.
Like, as far back as I could have possibly fallen, I just keep falling over and over. I'll get like halfway up, but so far I'm just literally stuck on at the very bottom because I'm just trying
People
to
are putting like number 3 and number 7. I'm gonna die.
Just random numbers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it looks like a draw. So let's random number generator between number 1 and number 2.
Okay, keep in mind that when you click it, sometimes it doesn't look like it rolls. It just stays on 1. So if you click, no.
We'll do it between 2 and 11. So it is odds is evens is the Tears, odds is the Dragonborn. It is Tears. There we go. Nice and simple. Alright, let's get this form for you guys. There you go. Why not 1 to 10 like a normal person? I don't know.
Just being normal's overrated, alright? It's overrated.
Don't judge the way I do things. See, there you go, guys. We'll do that, and we'll do the special NFT as a giveaway next Thursday stream. It's the only reason I don't usually mind doing forms for those sort of things, but it's a really big one, and I think it will just be more enjoyable to do it as like playing a game and get you guys involved and in the experiences with us. Right, I want to play Maya, don't I?
So that was kind of funny about halfway through there when he's like, what is this, like a CNBC or a Bloomberg interview or something, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, man. That's what you wanted to talk about last time.
Can't talk about last time things. You got to come up with new, fresh.
Oh, I guess.
New
Yeah,
fresh.
I guess. I just thought it was the thing he was passionate about because he just like went off, right? He's like, the whole global monetary system is bleh. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, sure, we'll play on that.
It was a great interview. It was. He is such a super intelligent guy.
Yeah.
It was great. But yeah, now let's play some Maya. Let's see if I can beat Joseph here. I mean, he doesn't look like he's getting good, so who knows?
Yeah, I have a history of being bad, so it's fine, you know.
That just makes it kind of sound cool. I have a history of being a bad boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Panda's weird, right? Panda's a weird one. Wait,
no,
why do I need
weird.
another one?
What?
I don't need another number one. Why is it spawning? No. Okay. I need the zeros. Give me those zeros.
You're a zero. Ah, I fell in the water.
And you're number one.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm number one. Number one. For fuck's sake, I keep falling. I'm definitely not number one.
I want to jump up here, but I cannot. Oh. Oh.
Do it. I believe in you. You can do it.
Come on, character. You can. Oh my.
E-raging.
A little bit. The spacing on these stairs has to be reworked in this current version as well. Jumping mechanics are slightly less so. Like you don't clamber up as well as you did in the previous version.
Yeah, I realized that when I was trying to go up some of the things. You know what I mean. Or you don't, and I'm just...
I don't. Some of the things
nonsense.
is pretty
yeah.
nondescript, yeah?
The things that you use to go up.
Stairs? Vines?
No, when you kill the people. And they
Blocks?
give you... Well, they give you all sorts. They give you, like, jars and blocks and rubber rings.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. I ended up using a pile of bananas and apples as my stairs. You can get up there with just 3 bricks, at least the last time I played. Anglo.
I fell.
You probably can. I was trying to play safe, not play like fast, I guess. Just complete the experience and then having some experience with it, go back through and do it a little bit faster.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like figure out how to do it, to beat it, have a little look, enjoy the world.
Yeah, take it easy. You know what I mean? It's not all about the high scores list for Joe. I'm all right. I'm having fun.
I mean, you obviously feel that way because you just, you know,
can't get good. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to be mean and say it outright, but internally, it's in my head. Damn it! I'm doing bad. Oh, that has lots of power. That has lots of power.
Huh. It's almost like you need to get good.
I will. Thank you for the encouraging words.
Anytime.
You do. You get good too. Oh, and Half Dork, I did see your message. Yes, I'm all good for tomorrow. D&D.
D&D.
We're Sandbox D&Ding it.
All right, how many women are partying in the swimming pool? I will not allow you to just dump me off a cliff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a guy. That's a guy. I'm making some assumptions here, chat. Ha ha! I cheated. a hacker.
Happy you too.
There was a number 7, but I did not see this blonde one over here. Pro tip right there. That's experience. Experience guided me through that. I knew where the little magic carpet was going to be when I think about that now, but trying to answer it correctly, I didn't want to get dumped off into space. How do I... Oh, proximity-based trigger. Heck yeah, dude. Whoa, bro. Giant gold. But he didn't drop any gold. He should have dropped giant gold. Why am I talking like this? Why am I talking like Lex Luthor?
It's like Alex Luthor.
No, I just kind of... No, it wasn't. Just give it to me and go. This sounds wrong. Your attitude, your accent, and the way you look at me. You aren't the archaeologist. Pirate. You are smarter than I thought. I'll give you one last chance to give me the black pearl. Otherwise, you'll regret it. Oh, what's up? Get parried, casual! T. Beat you, Alex. How about that? I mean, definitely not Alex. The stairway to heaven. Is there anything over here? Any secrets? Nope. No secrets. Okay. Wait, why do I... No, I don't want to go down there. Oh no, the kid. I'll go get you later. I'll get you later, child. Whoa, bro, you have a laser! Anubis. The equipment that is given to me in this experience is far too strong. Oh, there are many Anubi. Floating crown.
Is that the plural for Anubi?
I just
Anubis?
made it. Yeah, I just made it up.
Anubi?
Yeah, just right. I assume. But he can't deal damage to me. I'm pretty sure my character is immortal right now.
Well, I know you can do long range attacks at them from the doorway and they don't hit you there.
I don't have an HP bar in the top left.
Hacker.
Hacker, man! Isn't there like a huge disadvantage to that? Alright, surfing boys can help you leave this place. Whoa!
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, whoops.
Oh. No, don't fall off, surfing boy. Don't want to go over there. No. Want to go up. Come on, surfing boy, help me. You're my only hope. Surfing boy Kenobi.
I didn't even realize there's a guy on there. I just thought they would just fly.
Yeah, no, they were surfing. They're defying gravity, bro. This is great.
I'm pretty impressed. I really, really do like this game so much.
It's very creative and fun.
Yeah. And it's not like, it's not, I fell! It's not just parkour, it's like, there's a little bit of, you know, you have to think. And do a little bit of combat, and there's little puzzle-y type things to do.
Give me that trophy, I want it.
Can't have it.
I need it. Benjamin. Poor kid. Why are your clothes so dirty? You can come into my store to dress up properly. Uh-oh. Properly? Misspelled properly. Chat! Text. Triggered. Triggered. Alright.
I haven't.
No!
Oh, I missed one voxelite. I didn't get all the voxelite. Where's the last voxelite?
I don't know. I only got 4 out of 7 quests completed, so I'm going to have to do it again.
There we go. Alright, I better go back to the beginning.
I love it. Okay. Alright. Okay. I can't go back. I can exit game. I can restart. I can do all these things. Please check Panda stream gameplay. Please check Panda stream gameplay. You're still just on settings.
Oh, for goodness sake. I've been playing this. It's been the same thing that's happened earlier.
Let's just spam at the Sandbox game until they notice Panda's screen is frozen.
No.
Question for the Sandbox team: how many hours would you say it takes to play all the experiences unlocked and to be unlocked? They average like 35 minutes, and there's 90. How many? 90 what? Like 98 experiences in this alpha? 95? Can't remember.
Yeah, around that amount.
Yeah. So yeah, it'd be good 50 hours or so if you're not trying to do like the high scores stuff, you know, if you're not trying to get the best possible time ever.
No, Half Dork, it's not a nanny cam. It's Manny cam.
Many cam.
Manny. I call it Manny. Is it meant to be many? Like
many, like there are many cameras. Yes.
Oh, well,
not like Manuel's camera or Manuel. It's not Manuel's camera.
Why have you never corrected me?
I just assume that's how British people say it wrong.
No, we say words correctly. I know how to say the word many.
I don't know. It didn't sound that wrong to me, is what I'm saying.
Okay. That's not. Oh wait, they want to know if it's that's not required for all the rewards. As in, so they want to know how they can get to level 5, I guess.
Oh yeah. Level 5 is far less than that. Level 5 is a total of like 100 EP. 100 and then what was it? I think it's 100, then 50, then less and less and less EPs to get each respective level. But the last level, level 5, takes 100 EP. So 100 total quests is not too bad.
I think the first one's like 20 EP. Can people now see? People still can't see what I'm playing.
I can't believe you.
And I'm on borderless window. No, I'm not. I'm on full screen.
There you go.
I'm so ashamed of myself right now. I'm just gonna close it up. And I'm gonna close out that form as well. I don't know if anybody shared it again, but we've had 173 responses. This is for tiers of enemies. It is a sword, weapon, thingy-mabob. So I'm going to go do a thing. There was technically there was a wrong answer for Warner Music Group experience features which artists. The correct answer is Swaco, but you do not get penalized for putting in the wrong answer. But you will get penalized.
See, this is where we vary, Panda. Remember just seconds ago when you say I know how to I know how to say many? But now you're saying penalized instead of penalized.
Yeah. Penalized?
Blame Britain, you know?
For what?
I don't know, for saying penalized instead of penalized.
Why would it be penalized?
Because it's a penalty. You don't call it a penalty, do you?
Yeah.
What?
No. You really thought for a moment.
I did.
Yeah. You're funny. I don't see any shame bells on here.
Shame.
There's none.
But it's fun to say.
I know, but also, are you the only person that can hear my shame bell? If I play it, can anybody hear my shame bell?
Not only can I not, but I don't think anybody else can.
Yeah.
Dude, I keep falling off that last pillar. Come on, Joe, just commit to the jump, all right? Just commit to greatness.
147. 147 is... Let's find you. 147. Okay, and they did get the question right. So the winner... Oh, wow. The people are really going to be saying this is rigged. The winner is over on YouTube. And it is this person's name that I am going to put.
What are you
Right
doing?
here.
Who did it? Who did 147? Oh.
Demotivator. Demotivator. That is the word. There we go. Demotivator.
Wait,
Well
why would that be
done.
rigged? Just because it's on YouTube again?
Yeah.
It's
we've
about
had-
time, chat. YouTube never gets to win. Because there's more people on Twitch.
That is very true. YouTube barely gets any love. So well done, Demotivator. And thank you for having a name I could say. I so hope that is how you say your name, by the way.
Oh, it's Demotivator. I'm kidding.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh!
I'm
Oh!
Because that's what you said before, Demotivator. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, well, it's because I was breaking it up into sections and then I read the actual name.
yeah,
You know, like a normal human would.
as one does, yes.
Alright,
That's not what I would
let's get doing the quest. I am going to find your spatula for you, good sir. I found your spatula. I found your spatula.
Spatula. I found your spatula. What am I doing? I don't know.
Flat out no. Conrad, what's the flat out no? What did the person ask? New future tech. I'm gonna scroll up. Scroll up. I can't see. Oh, is it against the TOC of Twitch to dual stream? No. Joe's schooling me? He is not schooling me. Joe, I'm schooling Joe.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pro.
She's super pro, chat. All right, just let it be. All right.
Oh, that makes it seem like just so
No!
that I am pro. Like, oh, she's super pro.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
like something you tell a child when
Let's
they're
just
not
look at the
playing well.
actual high scores list and then tell me who's better. All right. Because it's not gonna be me.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, I know I'm good, but yeah, you're good too. You can do it. I believe in you.
Sounds like something you'd say to a child.
That's what I say to my kids.
You could do it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
You could do anything you set your mind to. All right.
I mean, you really can.
Better than Panda. So that's my only goal in life, usually.
Must be a fulfilling goal.
It is because I'm better. Yes.
But you
It's
said
very
that
fulfilling.
you're going to try and be better than me. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
you are yet.
Curious.
I mean, you're getting there. Like, I'll give you that. You're very close. Like, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm just like, gosh, I wish I was more like Joseph.
She's a liar, chat.
What are you on about with that majestic beard? Who wouldn't want to be you?
Most people, probably. I think.
Aw,
You know.
that's a shame.
It's like like a string of good luck, it's making this part way too complicated. 1 block to get to the center, 2 blocks to get to the chest. 2 blocks from the chest to be able to jump to the doorway. I'm confused. What? Is that this? You talking about this part?
Hmm?
Panda, ask Joe if we are still marathoning. We are, Conrad. Oh, you
yeah.
don't even, he doesn't have access to this Discord that we made.
No.
That's why he's not talking. I was like, you could just join. Like, no, he can't.
No, he asked, but I thought we were finishing soon, so I was just like, I
Well,
think we're
yeah, I mean,
finishing up in a minute.
We might be Panda, but not Conrad.
Well, yeah,
anymore.
Oh, are you just joining on?
Just
on
going
this one?
again. We're just doing it
Alright.
now. Yeah. There
Are
was a lot.
Are you not gonna stop it and do a new title, or we're just
No.
keeping the? No, okay.
Just do it live.
Dead
We're
man.
going again. We're still
Alright,
going.
fine.
Chat doesn't want it to
Oh.
stop.
Yeah,
know?
so we'll send him a thing and get him here.
I'm playing a game. You're just trying to make it so you can catch up to me.
Right, fine. Well, I don't need to because I'm already better. But Conrad, give me like 1 minute and I'll send you the thing for the thing.
I don't need to because I'm already better. Did you hear that?
I did say that. I'm so fucking mean. I need to stop. Right.
Oh, that's funny. I'm not even mad.
Alright. There you go, Conrad, you should have the linky links. Get in.
Alright, here we go.
Alright.
Playing a video game. What up, Rad Condad? How you doing?
Oh my goodness, that was
Whoa,
agony.
you're so loud. What was agony?
Trying to speak to you guys through the chat.
I saw some messages and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna remember to reply as soon as everybody stops talking. And then like 500 different messages go past and I'm just like, I need to figure out how to make this stream game not keep breaking.
And I'm also on the VMix as well now.
Okay.
I even downloaded a minicam, or sorry, a manicam.
Yeah. Manuel Cam.
Manual camera.
Manuel Camwell? Wow. Sea Dog Alex, I will destroy you. You have been defeated, Sea Dog Alex. I still need to talk to this kid down here. Hey, what up? I reunited the clan or whatever. The kid is safe. Manual Camuel. Let's go, Scoop.
Conrad, I think Jazzwolf sent you the old version if you've not seen it already.
I did. I still have the old version.
Oh, okay, good.
Though Jazz has now uploaded it to a drive, and I've posted it into my personal Discord, the Family Fun Park. If you are there, try and go download it.
I am pretty sure that I am now stuck. But we will see. We'll see what happens. I might have done my order of operations wrong. Nope!
Can we get Panda's gameplay up?
What,
Is
did it do it again?
Hey,
It never went back up.
Oh,
You
I've been
never
playing it
fixed
this
it.
month. Right, one, I need to actually fix where my camera stuff is, I think, because I moved everything. But now
And
I'm really annoyed because
And then
this-
Joseph, am I good?
What? You're not on the screen, but let's see. I don't know until I get you in the scene. You look like you're probably going to be good, but
Okay.
let's just test it, bro. Let's just do it live. What do we got?
Yeah. Yeah. How do I get my gameplay up here as well? I downloaded Manicam and all that fun stuff.
Now you're on top of PandaPops. He just slapped you. He slapped you in the face.
This is
Can't
so
leave.
mean.
He's a hater, you know?
I'm
All right.
alive, chat. I'm alive.
He's a lot.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
For sure, I will send you the link. I got you.
Forgot the ice on the left. Wait.
Yes, A's.
see
We definitely can foresee people getting scammed or backdoored from this for sure. So
Wait,
please
what?
do not click on sketchy links.
Yes.
Be aware of what you are clicking on. I am going to send this link directly to Fashul, and Fashul is going to bother to trust me, though I could still be sending him something scary. So be careful out there, chat.
Don't trust anybody.
Thank you, Smokestone. I'm feeling a lot better today.
Glad you're feeling good.
And I feel good. Let's go.
And I've been working on your bathtub as well, Conrad.
Excellent. I find that so funny.
I'm glad. I was really worried because it seemed like such a good idea, and I was like, I kind of need Conrad's permission to.
Panda, it's very difficult to offend me, first of all, and I find it just flattering, flat out.
Perfect.
Childan asks if there's any more giveaways tonight, and there are. There is going to be more giveaways.
There will be. Because this is the good morning, afternoon, evening show where 5 days a week here on this channel, we play the games that release inside Alpha Season 3. That's right, we've transitioned cleanly out of PandaPops show while PandaPops is still here on the scene. We're just chilling. And it's like, I can't.
Just chilling.
Don't want to.
Can't do this, Joe. You can't do this.
I did it. I did it. I did it. I'll do it again.
I'm
I'll do it
okay.
again.
Okay.
You're like
I'm not
way.
hurt.
We're doing it live.
Why would you be? You're like a mile past me in the game now because you didn't fall to your death. I don't know how to get back over there now that I'm over here.
We'll fall to the bottom.
No, I did
and
that,
then-
but then it spawned me
You-
like somewhere else.
Oh.
Not sure. Also, chat, I apologize. I'm not a tryhard today. I literally woke up like this. My hair is very anime right now, and I can't stop it.
I love it. I'm here for the anime hair.
I'm with it to an extent, and then I went to go comb it, and it just like popped back up. So I was like, screw it.
I love it.
I'm gonna exploit you, Water Park.
I don't think
Whatever.
you're going.
You-
I don't
Yeah,
think you're gonna.
I
Alright.
thought you were gonna say I'm gonna exploit you, comrade.
For your labors.
I mean, that's every day. What are you talking about?
There's
I'm
meant
gonna
to be an
do
ice
murder
cream
on this.
here. I forget where the ice cream is.
I'm pretty sure that the equipment is so much stronger.
We need a shave, though,
Ah.
chat. The beard is starting to come back. We got to prevent that for a moment.
Uh-oh. Gotta prevent it. Why you gotta prevent it?
Because I got to be season 3 rad, and season 3 rad doesn't
Oh,
have a full
okay.
beard.
I see. Yeah. Season 2, Conrad is out. Season 3 now. Or else.
Exactly. You're with it now.
Yeah.
Let me get up the
I
chat
like
here.
that. Can I have? Is that the way I get around being able to change my hair? I just say I'm season different Panda, and
Exactly.
then I get to change my hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're with it now.
Ah, great. So
That way
that's
there's there's also new additions as well. I need a new avatar. You see me? I look completely different.
It's a whole.
Well, I'm a whole new man.
I almost went real Disney right there.
It's a whole
Were
new
you
world
gonna?
over here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. I was fully in it.
Wambo Pambo, we are playing on an old version of the game. Unfortunately, the latest update
Psh, you're playing in an old.
did
version.
a lot of things.
You're playing in a, I'm doing great over here on the
Are you?
0.7.5. I'm literally on 0.75, yes.
Dang.
Lovely.
And it's still doing great. So whoever designed this particular patch must have my identical specs of PC because it's working great.
Try as
I'm
a
gonna-
test.
I'm gonna go to the dead
mouse.
mouse after I finish, yeah. Because I'm
Now I have-
shaving like an hour off my time from that interview when I just had
Because-
this
yeah.
experience loaded.
I
Ah.
think
Now I
a lot of. Oh, sorry,
also-
Conrad, you go.
Oh no, I was gonna just stating to chat that now I also have Restream up, so now I can view YouTube as well. I'm sorry, YouTube, for ignoring you slightly.
Rest in pepperonis, dude.
No
I'm
love for
so
YouTube.
bad.
But yeah, a lot of people have complained that it's more to do with
All right, let's see what we got.
larger experiences.
Let's try the 2x2 dead
Yes.
mouse experience and see if I perform well or not.
The
It's
leg-
multiplayer. It's larger.
The Ledger experience
she
right
said.
now is dying.
Is it? Oh. How are you guys not freezing? You know?
This is what we were just
Okay.
discussing.
Yeah.
Jazzwolf is in this experience. Let's try to collect the spinners. We'll do the thing. I'm talking too fast. I'm doing all the wrong stuff. You know what I mean? This is what we do.
I did this last time. There's always one ice cream. I don't know where it is.
There is going to be more giveaways, Enrique. Matter of fact, Lululand has given us a few things to give away on stream at some point.
So nice.
Pretty excited about that. I love Lululand. They're some of my favorite developers.
They make the best stuff.
Oh.
And their games
But we
are
have,
great.
yeah, we have 2 Lulu sneakers and 10 Cupids that we're gonna be giving away at some point throughout these streams. Maybe not all today, but
yeah, I don't mean to brag, PandaPops, but
you are rolling just fine.
I'm bad at
this
gaming,
experience
but
is-
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's loading fine. It's operating as expected for me personally.
We
Well,
did
they're going-
6 out of 7 quests. What was the other quest? I missed a quest. I never miss a quest. So it's not
Looks like you
every
missed a quest.
8 or so seconds you're not freezing.
No,
Bugger off.
no. I don't think I was.
How can we roll back the update? So, unfortunately, unless they actually force a rollback for everybody to download, there's not really a way you can do it, because I don't suggest you click links that other people send you, ideally. But if you already have it saved in your downloads, I'll try and bring mine up. In my downloads, I have previous versions. Like, I have this version here, previous versions of VoxEdit, game client right here, game clients all the way down from when I got this
Right.
PC. So you can...
You
do
just
it
happen to
that way.
have it still inside your downloads file.
Yeah. No, I did the spatula quest, did I not? Right, I'm gonna restart and I'm gonna get good.
And yes, Ice Pilot, we're aware about how the clambering doesn't work nearly as well, so jumping is a little off as far as like distance. One platform is now too high on the World of Women map.
Oh, that one was always close to the edge, wasn't it?
Right. And now it's like
Oh.
almost now it's gonna be like impossible to get up.
Oh, I've just realised, you know what that's gonna mean? The Triloga one. The lava area
Triloga
there.
is
Yeah.
going to be impossible to do now.
Yeah.
Because at one
Challenge
point during a
accepted.
playtest, Joe said get good.
Challenge accepted. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to get out right now and go to Quest of Triloga.
Okay, but
Yeah.
also
I
I'm
want to
doing
see
it.
this.
Panda wanted me to do the Dead Mouse experience.
Well, no,
I-
I only wanted you to do it to see if you would freeze up. You're not freezing
Right,
up. so-
right.
Yeah.
We
It was
are Sandman G. We will more than likely make the old version available on the client or on the website. This is very new, as we just released it. Thought things were going to be cool. Turns out they're not.
Yeah,
So,
one thing to note is that it was released at like our time, 2 p.m., which would have meant literally the person who builds the release client finished it up, the internal testing got done, it probably got reported just like this, right, from nerds like Joe who have this PC, and they were like, yeah, it works great. And so they pushed it, but then left the office to go see their families and get rest. So, can I climb this? Is this climbable? No, it's just lasers. It looked cool. So it'll probably release, in a number of hours. I'd say, if I was to guess, like 12 to 15 hours from now, they'll probably do some kind of a rollback or another new version of 7.5 that doesn't have this issue. Pull the lever. Not the lever.
Lever. I don't know what I say anymore.
You say lever for sure.
I don't.
100%.
You'd have to catch me saying it, like, when I actually need to say it.
Just
Not-
however
not what
I
I'm
might
thinking.
say it, I know you say it the opposite way. You know what I mean? That's how I determine whether I'm speaking true, well and good British English, is if I'm saying it wrong.
That makes sense. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Joseph is always wrong, guys. That's what I'm hearing right here.
Dance on the walls. Alright, I'm tripping out over here. Climb the ladder. Do, 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 do. CJ. Oh yeah, if you've heard of the tweezers. We're talking about the tweezers again.
Silly tweezers.
It was funny to have them be like, you mean tweakers? Because
I don't know. I don't know what.
I think the funny thing is I don't think he knew the context of like the conversation either. Because somebody got in the chat and they were like, oh man, did he just call all his fans tweakers? I'm like, oh geez. Like, no, he just read the word. Like.
Sandman G, there will be more giveaways this stream. We're going to be marathoning, Joseph and I.
Oh yeah.
At some point here, my gameplay will be potentially on screen. It's up to him though.
Well, the way for you to do that is to merge your gameplay with your camera on Minicam and then pump that into the output that you did this one.
So PandaPops is real big next to me.
Yeah, PandaPops is the whole left side of the screen.
Okay. Well, allow me to do that then.
Just as one camera. And then I would have to squish her down and squish you down live right here.
We'll do it. We'll make it happen. That means I have to leave the video call, so you're gonna lose
That's
me.
correct. There he goes. There he goes. He's a black box. Do-do-do-do-do.
Keep fucking bad.
The tweezers.
Joseph, why are you doing this to me?
What have I done? I've just been good at video games, you know?
I know. I'm so jealous of your goodness.
Just for now.
The Nameless One is asking about the leaderboards and exploits in current versions. If there is any sort of unintended bug or unintended glitch or something that is obviously not supposed to happen that is making times ridiculously fast, those people are definitely getting their times wiped, and something will be fixed in the future. So just be patient and be paying attention to that leaderboard, as those types of exploits that are not intended will be taken care of. But if you find something that may make your speed run faster, or maybe you can skip around some blocks or something like that, that is not considered an exploit. That is just you figuring out how to be a good speedrunner.
I need to find more tweezers. LOD, you betrayed me.
Uh-huh.
Alright, they're man chic. Let's go. Just gonna run to the other corner. I assume they're over there. Yeah, they are. What up? I've already been here. I have. Run into the other corner. Jasper was like just trying to show me where they are. Or yeah, you are. Hacker, dude. Hacker, dude. Wait. Shine a light. No.
You're right.
No,
Not necessarily all the quests will be wiped. LZ or Lennon, as I want to call you. It is just an alpha. We are still doing everything we need to make it right, and we'll be looking forward to trying fixing it for everybody. Because remember, that leaderboard is full of a ton of prizes. That's a huge amount of money. And if you think you're concerned about getting it, we're concerned about sending it out. So we want to make sure that the people that do get it are doing it proper.
I keep falling. Jose.
What? You're
Why
falling.
did you put slippery shoes on me?
I did it.
Gotta get good.
It was me. Alex is back.
I
Ah!
think they can get good, Alex.
Where's that?
Ooh.
Where's my mouse?
Did you say Panda can't get good?
It's what I said.
Wait,
Ooh.
what?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
All the shots fired.
Oh, I thought we were friends, comrades. This is a game changer.
That's it.
Panda, I'm
Game.
just playing it up for the camera. You know.
Finished.
I know.
I'm not. Get good, Panda. Or whatever. I don't know. Do I need to go down now?
I'm trying to
What
get
happened to my-
good.
Camera like misaligned with my light ring. Ring light. Light ring?
All of the above.
No, it's light
It's
ring
both
now.
at the same time.
I need to get. I've already done it, but I want to do a high score. Thank you, Joseph. I want to get a high score on Shadows of the High Sea. I saw somebody hit 9,000 earlier.
Ooh. What happens if you go past 9,000?
It's over 9,000. Everyone wanted to do it. We all wanted
kind
to
of
do
walked
it.
into that.
Yeah, we she set it up. Of course.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh, I like that quest thing had a little text that was like epilepsy warning, like chill. Like it's
Like, you gonna die.
gonna have a good time. I don't know.
I am pretty sure I am
Yeah.
almost done all the quests on this.
Starman,
Ah,
watch the floor.
stop falling.
Hear the message.
You got the spatula, right?
I've done the spatula. I've done
You
the
got the
ice
kid?
creams. I found the kids.
So all you got to get is the voxelite,
Yeah.
and then beat the bosses.
I need to find.
Well, you
another
just beat the boss, so yeah, it's just the
tweezer.
voxelite.
Yeah, I beat mean
There's-
old
there's 7
pirate
quests in this
Alex.
one.
Beat old mean old pirate Alex. Trying to hit
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Summoning the weird moving pillars
yeah,
that do
yeah.
damage. That's some very, very strong magic you got there. I'm just gonna fall. That'll be easier.
Yeah, Alex, you clearly are a hacker.
Wizard. Pirate wizard, apparently.
Seems legit. No, don't fall! Oh,
You overthought it. You saved yourself, and then and then you second guessed it.
Where's the
Yeah.
last tweezer group, bro? Oh, hey, what's up? Just hanging out in the
But-
studio, dancing on this $500,000 piece of hardware. No big deal. Here we go. Panda, you were like, I'm gonna dance on it on purpose. Just right away. He's like, that's really expensive, and you shouldn't be doing that. And then it's like, all right, let me just do that.
I can
real
feel
quick.
him getting a little triggered. Like, how dare you?
Yep.
The disrespect.
It's just so disrespectful, this PandaPops.
I've missed a voxelite. Where the frick? Yeah, I mean I have.
You
all
got the one that's up
disrespect.
by the princess?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's always one. There's always one. Every single time.
Okay, I don't know where these tweezers are.
They're outside.
Why? Yes, I've walked.
There's no voxelite with the clowns. If you respawn, you could start the parkour stuff from the beginning, but
Yeah.
you'd still respawn up at the top if you die.
It's probably gonna
Didn't it?
be like one right at the... Huh?
No, go ahead. No. Go ahead, Panda.
No, I can't remember what I was saying
Oh,
now. Damn it!
my-
I keep.
My
dying.
apologies.
Okay.
Dennis 21234. Anyways, over on YouTube. Yes, we are aware of the being able to run with an open dialogue and completing quests in 1 second and all of that fun stuff. If there is a quest that is completed this way, or if an exploit like this is done where it's obviously not intended, that time will more than likely be cleared. Just be patient with us.
Yeah, there's
No.
some that can be easily cleared in less than a second, right? Like, so
Yeah.
specifically, quests of Triloga, you have to collect some armor pieces before the temple will open up, and you can just walk around and pick them up, and then when you get to the temple entrance, you will have completed the quest that you receive at that same moment. So, that is just the way that game was designed. So it's not unfair. Like, anybody can do it. It takes no additional skill to be able to do it in 0.02 seconds. It's just playing smart, right? You played it the first time and you're like, oh, I know where all those equipments are, and you can access them before the quest starts. So ones like that should be, you know, totally fine to do. Just gotta think a little bit about it. Go like, could I pick those up before getting the quest?
I don't know where this last tweezer is. Chat, help me out. Save my life a little bit.
Right, I'm gonna just check that it's not a Voxelite that's up by her. Going to irritate me if it's like right there. No, it's not. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, in that case, Dr. Metaverse, I wouldn't even call that an exploit. That's just an advantage of the level design, right? Because an exploit is like you know, being able to, oh, I can take this platform from a place where it belongs and I can take it to a place where it doesn't belong, and then I can jump over this invisible collision wall and skip something, right? That's an exploit. Just picking up quest items before you have the quest is something that you can do in, you know, pretty much any RPG. You know, whether it's you know, RuneScape or Elder Scrolls, Fallout. You know, somebody goes like, oh, I need 3 bags of flour to make a loaf of bread, because these are really tiny bags of flour. And if you have bags of flour in your inventory, they're just like, oh, you've got bags of flour. So that's you know, just kind of a normal par for the course open world RPG thing to be able to do, right? And some level designers have been very conscious to make it so that way the quest triggers whenever you get near to any of the quest items, which is one solution. You can put a speaker component on all of the quest items that sends a message when they see the player, and the message is the same one that activates the quest. And I've seen that before on some games also. Like, so in the case of Skyrim, did you get the last Voxelite?
Yes.
Where was it? I missed it.
It was with the big guys where you have to do the numbers.
Okay.
1010.
That's a real frantic part of the game. It's easy to miss things there. So in the case of Skyrim specifically, you've got like finding wheels of cheese or something. You know, somebody needs you to like collect these items, and they're items that are all over the world, and they're just a normal part of gameplay because you eat them for health or sell them for gold. So ones like that, they don't typically activate a quest. You'll get that fetch quest at some point. But then if you find the mysterious gem, I think it's called a mysterious gem, the little pink gems in the cases.
Correct, yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you find that, if I remember correctly, when you find that gem, that's when you get the quest to find all of those gems. And there's like, I don't know what, like 50 of them around the map, something like that. So you can see that you know, that's a specific quest item. So the quest activated because it's a specific quest item. And then, you know, the case of collecting cheese wheels, like you may or may not get that, you know, radiant fetch quest that, you know, just kind of pops up when you're talking to an NPC, and they want to just give you some XP for that. So that's something where you as a level designer, as a game creator, can choose, do you want to let players be extra smart and go like, hey, I can really like, I can do this and really get a good time, or do you want them to have kind of a more organic exploring experience where they get these quests as they play through, and then it becomes more of a challenge for finding the fastest route, because if you know that you're going to trigger the quest as soon as you get close enough to one of these quest items, you need to make sure you have the most optimized path. And that's a lot more challenging to figure out what the best way, especially if you've got a not very linear game, if you have a lot of different ways of getting around to these things. In the case of like the Voxelite in this level, in Maya Water Park, it's a fairly linear experience. You can jump back to a lot of areas, but finding the voxelite in it is a pretty straightforward path. You know, they're not really off the beaten path. They're all kind of in the main way that you're going through things. So the fastest way to get all these voxelite is probably, you know, there may be an exception somewhere in there, but it's probably getting them in the normal order you would encounter them going through the level at a regular pace. There are definitely, it's not a case where you could get up to the top and then jump your way down to get all the voxelite as fast as possible, because you have to pass some of the voxelite to get to the top, right?
Yeah.
So following that linear path is most likely going to be the fastest way. But then you get a more open world game, like the plungers. The plungers in the main social hub are all over the place, and some paths will take you further away from other plungers, and you kind of have to do several loops and recross back over some areas where there's intersections as you try to find the most optimized path for getting those plungers. So that becomes a much more challenging thing.
Right, and chat, we are aware of the unfortunate lag and the ability to complete quests in 0 seconds. If anything, today's quest completions will be rolled back. There are solutions, things are being looked at. We are aware of it.
Macros are definitely illegal. Yeah, don't do macros. So yeah, you can set up custom controls if you want. If you have software to do that, you can make it so you roll with the R key if you want. You know, it's any way that you would normally configure the keyboard and mouse to have a different control scheme, or to set up a controller. You can totally do that. That's been confirmed by the CTO of the company, Lucas. He said, like, yes, that's totally fine to customize your controls with third-party software, as long as you are not using something like rapid key repeaters for a turbo mode, macros, things that would let you do something that is not normally possible by an able-bodied human, right? I know there's some people who play with special controllers because of you know, some sort of physical disability. They may need to have something to assist them with that, and that's totally fine. But you shouldn't be able to hit the space bar 50 times a second, right? That would be outside the realm of what anybody could do.
Right. The idea is to help out folks with adaptive controllers. But yeah, right now I would take if you have the older version of the game client, play with that for sure. Uninstall today's update, reinstall that older game client, and be patient with us as we're trying to get this fixed out. It's not necessarily bannable for this dialogue freeze skip, but as Kokor is asking. But I definitely wouldn't do it, as it's not going to assist you going forward. It's probably not going to stay on the leaderboards, and it's probably not going to matter, so I wouldn't risk it. I don't think you're going to get banned for it, but just be safe.
You won't get banned for doing you mean the role dialogue thing?
The lag is causing quests to not start.
Correct.
Yeah. So they get like a super low time. So these sort of things are we've got a team of people who watched for these things. So when they see, like, when they notice that all of a sudden like 50% of players are all completing this quest in a time that was way off from what seemed normal, they're gonna investigate, right? And so and yeah, I wouldn't be afraid of being banned over a bug, because you should report those bugs, right? We have a tool to do that in the game. So if you find a bug, press the O key and it'll bring up the options menu, and at the very top there's report a bug, and say, hey, I found this bug and it made me complete this quest without collecting any of the items. and that will key in the team to go, oh, hey, there's an issue with this here.
Yeah. And I want to stress one more
that's
thing
why
that's
we run
very
an alpha.
important, like culturally speaking. I understand that there is money that exists, right? Like everybody's interested in potentially earning, obviously, some sand as you play. This is one of our rewards. It's not the only reward, and it is a new thing for this alpha. So if there are less than desirable experiences from the community standpoint, that's the point of being in alpha, is that we can make adjustments, make changes. Things are adaptable. So try not to, as an individual, get so emotionally invested in the idea of a potential earning, so much as just enjoying, the games themselves. Have some fun. If you're earning along the way, that's great. But I've seen some users who have said, like on Twitter, that they're getting burned out, and there's so many weeks left, and we have so much time to enjoy the games, and that you don't necessarily have to be 24/7, 365, always trying to grind and get the best times and doing that sort of thing. Have fun with it, right? And if you happen to be moving your way up the high scores list along the way, that's great. I just that's a kind of a Joe to you thing, but the rewards are they just happen to be there. So if you're too hyper focused on rewards themselves, then the next season of the sandbox might not be desirable for you, because you might say, well, rewards are the only thing that matter to me. And if we see that on the feedback form, where rewards are the only thing that matters, and you're not having fun while playing, I think in the long term, you would have a weaker ecosystem. You're going to want to focus, when you come back with those feedbacks, on, like Alex said, reporting the things that you can report when you're in the experiences, so that we can get better best practice for developers. It is a decentralized development cycle. So some of the devs, I've seen you guys talking about how a game might get updated during the season. And so now we can go back, thanks to season 3, and say, best practice with high scores in mind, don't update your game during the season, right? Take it for what it is. Take notes from all of your play testers, you guys in the community, and come back for season 4 with a better product.
And that goes on to what Danny inside the YouTube chat is saying. They play to break the game. They're scared to play right now, but don't be scared to play right now. Yeah. We want you to break the game. It's an alpha. And if you do find these bugs,
do those reports.
Right.
If you break the game, do the reports, so we know that why it's breaking, right?
Right. But it really does come down to that today is just a bad bug. And hopefully we can roll back the leaderboard if that's easily plausible. And to another point, Ice Pilot was saying that they can remap the jump to the scroll wheel. Well, that's going to trigger something like a macro or like a turbo button. So yes, you can remap it to the scroll wheel. That's fine. But if you take advantage of the fact that you can scroll at 100 times per second and make it jump 100 times per second, that's going to make it look like you are using a turbo button. So just be aware of that. In the game,
most games consider that to be an exploit, and typically they patch it out.
I'm specifically going to bring up the game Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, because that's how glitch runs are done. They find a ledge and they map their jump button to the scroll wheel, and if you happen to be on a ledge just as you're falling and then you begin to scroll jump, well, you flop. You infinitely go into the air.
Orange Bag Lady says, hello, Panda. Specifically
Orange
to you.
Bag Lady.
You're playing now.
Hi, Orange Bag Lady.
2:14
a.m. I'm super concentrating. I'm so sorry. I do want to also say that we are suggesting that people that are in the top 200 should probably record their times, especially if you're doing some sort of crazy stuff where you found like a really, really quick way. Hey, look, they do say, hey, PandaPops, congratulations.
And 100% collection.
Yeah. Thanks, little Lucas. So if you are able to, we do suggest that. Obviously, you don't need to, but it is helpful if you do, and we pick up that maybe you've cheated, and you can be like, no, this is how I did it, and you can provide us with that.
And the team is going to be spending a whole week after the alpha closes to go over the leaderboard results and see like if there's activities that are triggering something to go, oh, that looks suspicious, then we're going to investigate how those, I mean, not me specifically, although I may be asked to participate in it, but there's a team specifically for examining the leaderboard. Our live ops team will be going over that stuff and figuring out how those times were possible.
I'm seeing a comment as well that's a follow-up on the thing that I mentioned, and I appreciate this. They say you can't say just enjoy when rewards are like $30,000 because that is something that can change lives. Absolutely, 100% with you. Now that said, only one person is winning 30 grand, right? Other people are getting a lesser prize. And so to that point, if you're, let's look at other avenues of approach, because the Sandbox has reward systems for creators, builders in the space as well. PandaPops regularly hosts VoxEdit asset creation contests. So as the Sandbox game, we make these posts. She's managing that process pretty regularly. We all vote on them. So if you're an artist that is making with the VoxEdit software on the website, you can click the Create tab on the left. Big Sand prize rewards there that may be, for you, depending on who you are as a person, more viable for you to earn there. The same thing is true with Game Jam competitions. Andy Ritchie is in charge of those with us. We all vote on them. The Tower Game Jam, we're voting right now on that, and big prizes, right? So if you're looking for alternative ways to earn sand, furthermore, not just those asset creation contests, but once you are good with the tools, if you look at the map, not the play button on the website, but you look at the map on the website, you can actually see how relatively small this alpha is compared to the larger metaverse that is the Sandbox game. So when you zoom
you're
out,
on the map. Let's zoom you out.
Well, currently I'm on the play button, but I'll click the map. Yeah, let's go. So
let's do it.
As we are looking at the map here, you can see that the alpha exists right here. The whole alpha on this extra large plot, the largest available plot, 24 by 24 of the Sandbox game, the whole alpha doesn't even fill that space. It's about half the size of that space. And you can zoom out and see how small it is relative to the larger metaverse as UGC starts getting made. So as I'm looking around the map, I'm seeing Warner Media Group, Socios, Ubisoft, Game5 Ventures, Gemini, Atari, Pranksy. I'm seeing Galaxy. I'm seeing CoinMarketCap. I'm seeing Adrian Chang, South China Morning Post, CyberKongs, having huge plots of land that need skilled developers and asset creators to help them build whatever it is they're building. And those are just the biggest ones that I can see when I'm zoomed all the way out. You zoom in, and even a 3x3 is big enough that those people need help if they're not already skilled developers in the space. So when you look at these, you look at these high scores rewards, if you're looking at this and you're already spending 30, 40, 50 hours playing, and you're not playing to enjoy, you're playing it as a sort of a job with the hope of possibly getting that first place position, maybe reconsider, because I assume you're enjoying the Sandbox game. I'm assuming you're understanding kind of how a game can be broken, especially if you're a good speedrunner. So maybe take those skills and transfer them into developing new experiences for the Sandbox game, building those competitions. If you end up in a top 10 in a competition, it's a big thing to be able to say to any one of these other studios and say, I already know what I'm doing. I've won. I am a winner. Let me work for you. And then you've got not an option for possibly getting 30,000. You've got a guarantee because you're making a wage, right, in the metaverse. So
if I can make it real for a second.
Of course.
Yeah.
Joe and I just hired Half Dork.
Yeah.
Because he's a Game Jam winner.
Literally, actually, yes. And he's fantastic.
He was also highly recommended by one of our top devs in the Sandbox company. He did have a very good recommendation from Cyber Dragon. But but he's a top competitor. He's building great stuff. He's great with the community, and we're happy to have him on our team over at the council. So
who doesn't love Afterward?
That is true.
We all love Afterward. So yeah, and taking a look at that alpha season map, it's not even 50%. Like if you look at it, it's if you imagine it's a diamond inside a square, that would be 50%, but it's not even touching the edges.
It's true.
So
and like,
this is less than 50% of a 24 by 24, and there's literally tens of thousands of hours of work that have been put into years of work of hundreds of people have gone into the content that you're seeing in that little section.
And like what we're doing at the council isn't even making the games. We're testing the games. So there are companies looking at every aspect of game creation, and there are companies out there that need to hire. And so they're watching, they're listening, they're seeing your work. Put it out there. Make yourself known as a creator on all ends, not just on VoxEdit, not just in game creation, not just as a game player, because you doing these speedruns, you getting good and figuring out, you know, like I can use the game and manipulate it in this way. Well, there are QA companies out there that are paying attention to that stuff. There's a lot of work here in the metaverse, plenty of money to go around too.
You're getting hit by the thorns. Ah.
I know, but like I think I missed something because it's not letting me talk to this guy. Oh, now it is.
Ha ha! There's probably a trigger somewhere on the ground or in the ground nearby that you didn't step over before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't read what he said, so I don't know what I'm doing. Always read what they tell you to do, guys.
Yeah, at least the first time.
Speed run.
Get the instructions the first time and then do your speed run.
I love it. I love it.
I'm still like we're mentioning it right now, and I'm still not reading what they're saying.
No,
I'm like,
she's
I can figure this out.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can figure it out. It's fine. Learn by doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just a glutton for confusion.
All right.
Yeah, I love it.
This map has arrows everywhere. You're good to spam me.
You say that, but the one time it doesn't have arrows, I don't know what I'm doing.
I didn't say it. Ice Pilot said it, you know.
Right, so there was an arrow pointing out here, but then I'm lost. Like, there's an arrow. I've got to put some of the work in, I guess.
I'm gonna run it. What is it? Was this Alpha Season 1? Dungeon of Dummies? Was that Season 1?
Yeah.
It's
a classic. I'm gonna go run that.
It is a classic.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
It has a lot of good variety. My favorite thing about Dungeon of Dummies is the kind of I don't know the word for it. So like in old houses, like, you know, fancy mansions, they'd have like the servants' doors and the servants' hallways that like go between the walls, and they'd have their own like secret staircases, so they're not being seen among everybody else, but they just kind of weave in and out. I know there's a term for that. I don't remember what it is.
Quarters?
Sort of, but it's not the quarters. It's you know, their secret pathway, you know, to stay out of sight. You know, not that I'm saying that's a good thing necessarily, but just it's a cool feature of those houses. I think it's a really cool feature of those houses, those kind of crawl spaces. So so this map has that running through it. And as you go back and complete the map, or after when you get to the end, you can go back through these shortcuts that run all through the middle of the map, and it's like in between all the areas that you were in. And I just thought that was a really cool design feature, really nicely made. Sand bugs? I don't think that's what those were called.
Oh, why did I die? That made no sense.
I don't think they're saying that as a result of as a result of what you were saying, Alex. I think they're trying to meme about how the client is, you know, the update today didn't go well.
Oh, well.
But that's actually interesting because it goes back to something that we talk about pretty often on the show, which is like that, you know, a person should try. We do try to release a high quality product rather than a fast product. So sometimes when you're like same day pushing out an update that like you just finished, which is the case in today, right? That you'll run into things like this where it's like, oops, we gotta go back, run away, and then we come back.
We have to go back.
Like a day later, right? We'll push another update. Typically, a user like yourselves wouldn't see that. You would see us going through and having a couple more days with a test like that. But it was something where we knew yesterday there was an issue, and so the best course of action is to roll back / patch that issue out as quickly as possible.
We have to go back.
Do I need to flick a switch?
I'm always down for a good Lost reference. No, not Genels. Genels, that's between buildings. I'm talking about like in the walls of house. Although I guess Dungeon of Dummies is all outside, so it does make sense.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is dumb waiters, but dumb waiters are the little hatch that the servants would use, like to send food up.
Yeah.
I am lost. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Does somebody in chat want to tell me what I'm doing? And I swear, if any of you say you're playing a game, you're getting a slap.
I was
And now
almost there.
you just literally, you've done it. You've set it up, so they're going to want to. I know I don't have to kill the skeletons. But...
RCZ Pew, that is an excellent feedback that I would love for you to put in the feedback forums on sandbox.game.
Yeah, we've...
Because that is something seriously to consider. Maybe only doing a few of the quests instead of all of the quests like we have. So maybe leaderboards will be optimized. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's something that the community's been suggesting, and is something that I know staff have received those suggestions, but don't stop suggesting it. Like, make your voice be heard, because if there's going to be a lot of suggestions from different areas. I mean, maybe there's some people who might have an opposite opinion to that. So if you want your voice to be heard, you gotta speak it. So use those feedback, use those submit reports, and that is all that data is going to be collected and sorted by. Okay, all these people had the same idea, and
also Panda, you broke it.
Yeah, I just read they're saying I broke it. I did talk to the person. Maybe if I do respawn, then it's fixed.
As you were saying, though, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just make sure to give that feedback. Even if you think that other people have already said it, they probably have. But if everybody's thinking, oh, somebody's already said it, then not enough people are going to say it to make that voice loud enough. So make sure to, if you have feedback, if you have an opinion on it, give that feedback on those reports. Let our staff know what you think about it. Because that's really important for us to develop this in a direction that makes the community happy. The fourth voice is Radcon Dad, Joe's host on the GMAE show.
Life made me Paul. I'm trying to get my beautiful face up there, but I want to be able to have my gameplay as well. So now I have a subscription to Minicam, and I'm trying to figure out how to use it on the live.
He's doing it live.
I can't get my gameplay.
I wondered why you disappeared. I just felt like, you're having a rest or something.
Yeah, you pretty much have to build it out like it's OBS, and then...
Well, it refuses to get my gameplay on there.
Just record
with
the
the
screen.
Subscription? With the subscription, yeah.
So I've found that the game capture doesn't work very well. I have to use the screen capture, and it works best in borderless window mode.
Dude, check this out. Let me just do this. I am in borderless window mode, but I'll share my screen to you, Alex, instead of this Discord call.
In the Discord call? Okay. 1 second.
Oh, hey. The door's open. Boop. That's 5.
I should probably go to bed in a minute.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Tenchu, those times are ridiculous. If you see a time that looks ridiculous, if anything, it is being used with an exploit and will be taken down. Be patient with us as we're trying to get things proper.
And some of, I mean, they may seem ridiculous. There are probably at least 10 or so quests that you can get in a 0 time if you're smart about when you trigger the quest. So I've seen some things. Sometimes it's better to play smarter, not faster necessarily.
Okay.
All right,
You
Conrad,
can help me out
what
with
you
this real
doing
quick.
here?
So I got my layering, right? It likes that, and then when I click on the actual app,
Yeah. So
we're windowed.
go back to there again. Yeah. Don't right click, and don't do the Where was the capture that you were grabbing?
Like, I was going through desktop.
Yeah, and then don't do app window.
Okay.
Do full.
Panic, he's
Oh, that's
falling.
right. You're on a laptop, right?
Chastising.
Even on the secondary screen, you
I
kind of
didn't
have to do
realize
it. as
anybody
one
was actually
thing.
paying attention to what.
Absolutely. Oh, just trying to go too
What
fast.
are the options under app window?
I'm going to calm quit.
It might not be pulling it up because it's
Calm quit.
in the background.
Yeah, instead of rage quit, I calm quit. I get very silent, and I just.
Right. Even if I click on it, see, registers like clicks
We're
as well.
just gonna close. Just close it. Don't even worry about it.
Ha!
Aha! You did it.
Double oops.
It looks. I wonder if Minicam updated because it looks different than what I remember.
You're just supposed to continue to ride the thing.
And you restarted it since the
You should have just
subscription.
stayed.
I have, yes.
It's okay, I'm doing it.
It didn't have a dark mode when I started using it.
Oh, I need that. What are those things at the bottom? Are they like teleporters?
Don't
What do
know.
they do? Do I need to get rid of them?
Let's try a new later instead.
Oh. Patient Pete.
Minicam froze for me.
Get on there.
Very weird.
There we go. I did it!
You did it!
I'm pro!
Yes.
Oh wait, I haven't got all the crystals, never mind.
I do, in fact,
Which
agree
one are
with
you
you, Manglo. Being able to upload media in the bug reporter would be definitely helpful.
Would also be complicated because we'd probably have to set limits and people screen record at different
I
resolutions.
can go in the
and bit
Valley of
rates,
Belonging
so,
today.
Right.
Yay!
The thing to do would be to say in
you
your
go.
report, I recorded a video of this, because if what you're reporting is compelling enough and not something that they've observed, they do get your account email, so they can reach out to you from the email that you have your Sandbox account set up with. Or I think you can even, do you put an email when you do the report? I don't remember.
What's up, Danny?
But either way, like say that I have screenshots or I have a screen recording, and if it's something that they need to take a look at, they can
Right.
they can reach out to you to receive that.
Ice Pilot, the difference between those two quests is time. You're just not being patient enough for us to look at all the quests that are using the exact same mechanics, that are using the same kind of bugs and things like that, because they're being manually looked at. We're doing our best to go ahead and double check over these things. So if one quest is getting eliminated, then the other one, if it looks similar in the ideals of why it got eliminated, it's probably going to get taken out too. So just give it some time.
Oops.
People are crypto one, Joseph.
What? Yeah, I've equipped it as my avatar so that I can go play. It's next to Care Bears with the Ledger logo, but that one, yeah.
I'm not sure if all my
That one
fun
is a limited
stuff-
time event right now, so everybody who's playing in the People of Crypto space, I think for the next week,
Yes.
if you have that avatar, then you can play in there, and that
Win sand.
yeah, they have a prize pool of sand that they're distributing evenly to people who complete the experience in this time period,
And
separate from
having
the avatar. Sorry.
having multiple people of crypto won't give you more sand. It's just one.
Boo.
One.
Boo! Don't boo! No boo!
I want all
I have
the
three.
money.
I have a common, a rare, and a legendary.
Oh wow, nice. I'm just full of commons. I minted 3 and I just kept getting commons every time. But it's alright because I got my luck on the Aokis.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you got a nice one.
I'll trade you
Yeah.
my legendary.
Nah, I'm okay. Sorry. I
Your
really
Aoki?
like my... Yeah, I know which one you wanted. Which one was it you wanted? The Devil Horn one?
Of course. Yeah, I want the devil horns because you got what is it? You got the Goku hair and devil horns. So cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm terrible. Out of everything I've held in crypto, I have only ever sold about 4 NFTs.
I do love Half
I bought at least one of them.
I do love Half Dork's idea as well, Ice Pilot. Instead of a global leaderboard consisting of all maps, Sandbox considered timed leaderboards for each map. So 1 week we get the best time for Dungeon Dummies, for example, to earn 1k sand first place.
Yeah, I like the idea of doing shorter leaderboard times for like set ones. I believe Alex, you'd suggested something along those lines as well, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of us have similar feelings.
Panda, we're in the same instance.
With the leaderboard being
Wait,
a little
are
taxing.
you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, why aren't you looking cool?
What? Because I'm looking like a community manager that could help people if they have questions inside the Sandbox game.
Yeah, I didn't want that. Everybody just knows my name. They don't question why I'm not well. Some people have, in fact, questioned why I'm not purple.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody knows me. I'm so cool. I don't even need this.
I wasn't thinking so cool. I was gonna do the whole I'm so famous. Yeah,
Same.
I'm totally
This
famous.
ears. Go to a place where everybody knows your name.
Raymond, normally our streams are going to be at 9 a.m. EST. I don't know the translation for UTC or
+7, whatever that is.
No, isn't 9 a.m. Isn't that 4? 5
Yeah,
p.m.
that's 4. It's 4 right now.
4 UTC.
Yeah,
5
sorry.
BST.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
5 p.m. UK time. Because that's how I worked it out for the Monday one. That's why I was
correct.
like, oh, are we gonna have an issue there if
Yeah,
you do?
so we'll. Yeah, and the Monday stream will be probably a little after the Pyre and PandaPops stream.
Yeah,
on
we'll see.
Monday.
We'll see what happens.
But
Maybe
we'll
give
figure it out.
If we can, if you guys don't get offended by Conrad and I being like, we gotta go because they're starting, then we could do it at the normal regular time.
And I did say to Conrad, I was like, yeah, just as long as you know I'll be kicking you off at like 5-2. Like, you can stream then, but you'll be kicked off.
Let's eat a paint. Feeling myself. Okay. Painting it up. Painting the town,
And-
you know?
And I have already misplaced the question who asked it. I apologize, but they're asking if the utility, or if there's any utility to the POAPs.
It's a POAP. You can display it inside your experience if you mint it onto the Ethereum chain. And then later you would have to transfer it over to the Polygon network. But the POAPs by default operate on a proprietary network. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, and you do have to transfer it to ETH if you want to have it displayable / minted. But you can definitely show it off in any experience you design.
Yeah, the point of POAPs in general is like a badge, like a when you go to an event and you get like a pin or a ID tag or a lanyard. You know, that's the point of. You know, people have found different ways of using POAPs, but the main thing is like this is just like a cool badge of honor that you were able to participate in a limited time event thing.
Yeah, and I was there. Yeah.
Although Hill, I'm a little salty about the POAPs too. I didn't get a Rabbids one. I was sad.
Yeah, I know.
I also
was
messed
first
up. I
come,
took
too.
the wrong. Well, there were more of them than it was 10,000, but I think I messed up the quest because I misunderstood which rabbit I was supposed to take a screenshot with. So I posted the wrong thing, and I was like, oh no. So I deleted the tweet, but I had already linked it. So I wasn't able to change the link to tweet for the PO app. So I think I totally messed it up for myself. It was my bad. I didn't read the instructions carefully enough.
There's a comment over on YouTube from Neurotic Knight saying they downloaded this the other day. They're interested in creating games and NFTs. They used to make D&D campaigns, so they thought it'd be fun and profitable. Well, I can tell you right now that this is a good place to be for D&D campaigns, as you'll see more than that be involved actually in Halfdork's stream. If you check out, it's at Halfdork, but instead of it's a 0 over on Twitch. We're actually doing a D&D campaign, and Halfdork plans on doing more voxelized things in the metaverse for our D&D campaign. So
yeah,
kind of exciting.
Yeah, Panda, maybe you should get your rest so you can be ready for that later tomorrow evening. You know, you got a D&D to go to.
Yeah, technically, I should stay up later so I'm even more refreshed.
Oh, she's gonna sleep all day and ignore the family.
I'm at school.
Oh, there you go. Easy. I forgot it's school time. No, I didn't. I have a child who goes to school. She got home and she called me at like 6 our local time, and she's like, there's something going on with the TV, and I was like, I'm live right now. Like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, my wife is going to be working until like 7 p.m. So she's not going to get home till like 8. Which reminds me.
Yeah, here we go. Dr. Metaverso, Alex, I see you're trying to help him out there. Says, I have land on the Ethereum network still. Is there a way to bridge it to Poly to stake? The functionality is temporarily stopped on the TSP website. Is that bridging and staking working again?
It never stopped. So the banner says, due to an issue on the Polygon network, land withdrawals are temporarily paused. So you can still deposit them into Polygon, you just can't take them back out. Which there's not really, unless somebody wants to buy with mainnet ETH or mainnet Sand, or another token of some sort. There's not really a reason to pull the land off of Polygon, because that's the new ecosystem for them. You know, the land sales are going to be happening on Polygon. Buying and trading and selling of land is all going to be on Polygon. The staking for the land rewards is on Polygon. So
yeah,
you want your land to be on Polygon.
Neurotic Knight, the UGC, or user generated content, is not available to sell on the marketplace yet. Do you have any more to say on that one? Because you do not have to be a giant IP or anything like that in order to be a part of that marketplace. And there are members that are inside of the Game Creator Fund as well that can sell on the marketplace. You'll see lots of their assets.
Yeah, I think the important thing to mention about the ones being done by people on the Creator Fund is they are already pre-selected. It's not like, you know, one person on the Creator Fund could be like, hey, I want to sell these 5 assets I've created. It's they get selected to go up as part of the Creator Fund, and there's many people in the Creator Fund, and it's a very limited amount getting chosen every month. Obviously, user-generated content will be going up for sale. You will be able to mint, but we do have a few things we need to make sure. We need to be over on the Polygon network first with the assets. We need to be having gems and catalysts available, and we do need to make sure that we have the tools to be able to moderate assets that are tempted to be minted. So we need to make sure that we have moderation tools to make sure copyrighted assets and things like that don't end up in the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you know, gotta make sure guys like Halfdork, when they meme a little Wizzy hat, I had a laugh about it because Alex posted it in our chat privately. He was like, "Hey, it's called definitely not Wizzy the Green's hat or something like that." and I was like, triggered, like steal the IPs, triggered. You know, it's like you gotta.
Because you thought it was minted, but it wasn't minted yet.
No, it wasn't minted,
Right.
but it was just funny because I was just like, I can't believe somebody would do that, you know. And it was a private asset. I know you. I remember you used it in the game, right? Like as part of the game.
I didn't notice. I thought it was a legit green hat.
Not for commercial use. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was just funny because like the buckle was one voxel deep buried into the hat, so like it was very
And it's
close.
not
to,
Just different
Right.
enough.
yeah,
Right, but
yeah.
it's not that you have to be in the in-crowd Neurotic Knight. It's just that the marketplace isn't open for everyone
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, and this
There-
is
No,
It's
it's
about
not.
to be. I can't share when exactly, but I know that it's soon.
Right.
Like,
The intention for the marketplace was always to have everyone be able to use it, but we were still very, very early. We're still coming in on alpha.
And it most definitely isn't about being in the in crowd. Like, yes, there are times you could say, hey, Panda's able to put things up for sale. I have worked with Sandbox on the Creator Fund for a very long time. I mint the majority of my assets to do as giveaways. So yes, I can sometimes have those liberties of putting a couple up for sale. I definitely don't ever stretch that further than I feel is necessary. I put a few things up that get approved, but otherwise it's the same level playing field. I mint things to do giveaways. I give a ton of stuff away, same as Alex and Joseph. They give tons and tons of assets away that get minted.
Yeah, I would say.
And
that
if I could do the math on how much I've given away,
it's
but it wouldn't be
hundreds
the
of
value that
thousands
it
of
is if
dollars. Yeah, it would be hundreds of thousands.
at least.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have the value that it has without it being part of the giveaways, right? Like the what's happened with the Wizzy characters and the Wizzy hats would not. I don't think that they would be valued the way that they are if I had just started selling them from the start instead of using them as giveaways.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that too. Like, you know, it's in a certain sense, it's an emotional attachment, right? Like, people have been able to come in here and enjoy time, just hanging out, chatting, learning, building together, and then suddenly you've got yourself, you know, an IP because we just having given them all away. So the Neurotic Knight to the point as well, like for your stuff, right? To be able to publish it, to be able to post it, you can, like, Creator Fund staffers are still being hired regularly. The sandbox is continuing to expand, you know, so if you're feeling like you don't want to wait until the general user generated content opens, and that it might be faster, or you're interested in working for the sandbox game, then you can always continue to, you know, enter into the game or the VoxEdit asset creation contest. People generally get noticed from there if they've won quite a few times, and they go, okay, and then you get a paid application process. If you put in and we call you essentially or email you back and say like, hey, you want to apply, and then you're in the Creator Fund, and that puts you that one step closer to being able to have some of your content published. But as Panda mentioned, sometimes it's purely just like, you guys have already been creating things for all these games. Where are your ducks? Everybody's ducks get to be for sale today, right? And so anybody who had created a duck, they go up as some sort of sale. Or, you know, they did one, I guess it's well over a year ago now, where they were like, everything pirate related. If you have pirate stuff, we're doing a pirate sale, right? And so those things that the designers had made, the artists that were already in the Creator Fund, got to have those published. But they don't get to just willy-nilly go like, all right, I'm putting up 25 items and you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's literally, so the Creator Fund right now has a backlog of literally hundreds of thousands of assets because we've been designing stuff for 3 years now, and have not been minting and selling the whole time because it's a small selection process because we've been trying to release little batches of things and seeing how the community reacts to those things. So it's very much like an experimental space that we've been learning what works and what doesn't. And course correcting and adjusting, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Airdrops that drain a wallet. Oh. I confused as how an airdrop was draining a wallet. So yeah, if you're getting random airdrops that look sketch or not something you signed up for, OpenSea has a way to hide those.
Yeah.
Just look up OpenSea. Don't try selling them.
Don't interact with them.
Except hide them, and hiding is not a contract that does any sort of exchange, right? On OpenSea, they made that specifically so you could just kind of tuck those out of sight. Don't do anything with them. This is part of just the Wild West days of Web3 here.
Yep.
Yeah, GB, I do want to say, if you don't have rollback, you're asking, is anybody without the rollback? Yeah, out of the competition? No, we are working on getting that fixed as soon as possible. The team have already been made very aware of the issues. But please be aware that most of our team is Europe-based, but work on this stuff, so they may be sleeping right now, like I should be, which I will do in 10 minutes, so I can round my hours to a nice round number.
I like it.
In 10 minutes, I will be leaving.
In 10 minutes, I'll probably close it down to make sure that my child is eating dinner as well. So we'll do that, and then we'll come back for more, because we've been going now.
Conrad's not coming on. I thought Conrad was getting his screen sorted.
Conrad will be able to, yeah.
Okay.
But, maybe we'll take a break, come back. Maybe, if he wants to run one, he could do. But
so much for this stream marathon.
Okay, how long have we already been going now, right? It's like 4 hours on, isn't it?
Well, how are you expected to last a 24-hour stream if you can't even make 4 hours?
Slow, consistent gains, all right? Also, when you run a 24-hour stream, usually once every 2 hours you take 15 minutes in an intermission screen. So I plan to do it by recording pre-recorded interviews like I did earlier today.
Have you sent me that, by the way?
I have not sent you that. It's still in my PC, don't worry. I don't know. I mean, I imagine we had lots of time to get it edited or what have you, but...
I do want to make sure I'm not in a mad, like, with the last end of season
Oh, for
one,
sure.
It was like, I realized 2 weeks before the end, if I don't do all of this stuff we've talked about doing, it isn't getting done.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was it.
From Cheeto TV, probably said their name horribly wrong. When they have the ability to host their multiplayer events on their plots of land. So they're asking, when will the lands themselves be open?
Okay.
The plan is for before the end of the year. Obviously, development is a complicated thing. That could change, but that's been the plan for a while. I think technically Q4 2022 is what it was listed as. We would like to have it so that way landowners can start publishing experiences to their land. And that would include enabling multiplayer, which I don't know if it's ironic, but funny enough, that there's been a joke in the game development community for a long time about how multiplayer is just a switch that you flick, and then your game is magically multiplayer. Literally, that's how it works in the sandbox. And it is more complicated than that. There are certain things that right now don't work in multiplayer. Like combat, things like that. So there is stuff to watch out for to make sure that your multiplayer experience works correctly. But it's really when you publish a land, you just check a box to say it's gonna run as a multiplayer game or it's gonna run as a single player game. So
yeah, and then like
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it is like, it's funny on the UI side, right, or the UX side, when both, I guess, on the website there. But the back end, of course, it's much more complicated, as you said, because certain features don't work. So like, how do we make those compatible? Or do we just let you know, like as devs, this will never work? Or, how do we get it to the level where you could have a competitive FPS, like a Doom or something, right? Like, or what have you, that requires a lot more to be done. So, still a lot going for the sandbox in the future.
Can you throw me back up on the screen? I cannot get Minicam to work. We'll have to take an intermission. I'll ask Panda if she can help me set that up.
Oh, your screen?
Yeah, not worried about it right now, but
okay.
But yeah, so there is a to add on to that. Cheetos TV asks, is there a cap on lands? There is a cap on land. There, you can see them right now. That map is all there is.
That is true. Let's go back to the map.
Blue, the dark gray blue is not water. Those are just unsold lands.
Yeah. So these areas that like between the green portions are unsold lands, including around, and these aren't necessarily going to be estates. They're not formed in any particular shape. It's just an aesthetic choice that we make for unsold lands. So these will get determined, essentially have a map drawn and all the smart contracts worked out for each individual plot. And then the lands may come up for sale. So over here on the left, next to the Socios and the Care Bears and things like that, you can see a little section that is unsold. All of this center area is currently unsold. But in total, 166,464 lands will ever exist in the Sandbox game, and about 80%, would you say, have been sold already?
Not quite.
You think so? I don't know.
I'm not sure the best way. It's very hard looking at the map to guess what that percentage is. Right. I know somebody somewhere has the number.
There's a number. Yeah, I'm trying to remember it from an email, but either way.
There's a lot. But Panda, is that an avatar or an NPC next to you with the hard eyes?
NPC. I love it.
Right.
Yeah. It's just there with everybody else. I love her glasses. Her glasses are my favorite.
I know. I want that. But the chat wants to know when the next land sale might be. More speculation on that one?
Not, but we're allowed to say.
Yeah, we don't have speculation.
we know. We ain't telling.
But yeah, okay. I mean, it comes down like
soon
yeah,
TM.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a soon TM moment.
Yeah, soon TM. You will need to be KYC'd. KYC. I keep telling you guys, just KYC. If I have one more person ask me, do I need to be KYC to get this or this? Yes, you do. Just KYC.
You need to be KYC'd to ask Panda any more questions.
Panda's gonna lose it. She's like, have you KYC'd? You can't ask a question.
Well, right there, like I'm wondering right along with chat there. ETH or
Poly?
Poly.
All new things are coming only to Polygon.
Yeah. We've moved.
We're not enabling any new stuff. The exception being that some assets right now are still getting minted on ETH and sold on ETH, but that's just because we haven't finished migrating the assets to Polygon. But land is on Polygon, and it is staying on Polygon.
Yeah, it would make little sense to do a land sale in ETH and then be like, hey guys, now you need to move it over to Polygon.
Okay, well, Joseph, what do you say? We take a break for an hour, get some food.
Yes.
And then we come back, we do some more giveaways. I got to give away a Cupid today, and I also want to give away some golden wings, and I have some Lululand shoes to give away.
Cool. We'll do it.
We have backlogged alpha passes and Wizzy hats, and so many quests to catch up on.
You didn't give away all those, did you, Panda?
The alpha passes, huh?
You didn't give our extras away, did you?
No, but like, just be careful on how many extras you do, because I'm trying to keep a log of how many we've done.
Oh no, not extras.
You've missed some.
Yes.
So many.
You haven't missed it. I don't think you've missed as many as you think you've missed, because I counted. I think you're only about 3 behind.
I was about to say 3. Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
Still.
Anyway, but the alpha passes, I don't think they've been sent yet. I was told last week when I asked, I was like, are you sending them? And I was told, actually, we're not sending them until the Thursday after the merge. And nothing had been sent from the 8th until what's meant to be yesterday/today. And I've looked, and it doesn't look like they've been sent, so please be patient. Your names are down if you have one. Your names are all down. You have won one. It just might take a little longer to get to you. and I will be pressing them. If they do not go out by next Thursday, I will be on their back and be like, you need to send these out because these people have been waiting.
It's gonna be a grumpy panda.
Panda's like, no, you're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it because I keep getting messages. So I'm sorry, guys, if you've been waiting. I do apologize. I said this on my stream earlier. They will get sent out. You have won it. If your name's on there and you have KYC'd, you will receive it. Just please be patient. If you don't get it by next Friday, please do send me a message to be like, oi, I've not received it. And I'll be like, don't worry, I'll talk to the person. I don't send them. I just organize the passes we have for these streams, the passes that I have for mine, and the passes Andy has. So if you have issues with those, come to me. Other partnered passes, I don't deal with that. Don't come to me with that. I don't want to hear that whatever partner said that you
just
won.
Stream giveaway passes.
Yeah. I don't deal with those ones. But I also don't send them. But I can talk to the people that send them, and I can tell them, hey, the community are getting arsey with me, so send them.
Right. And just if you had, or if you're just tuning in, we are aware of the current glitches. We are aware of today's issues, and there is a good chance that there's going to be a rollback on at least the version update. If you still have the old client and you have that installer, please install that. That'll help you. Though, unfortunately, we are aware of the E issue. We're aware of the lag. So just be patient with us, chat. We're doing our best. We're gonna be looking at the leaderboard. There are solutions that are being discussed, and if we can possibly roll back full day and just do that, that'll probably happen. So be aware that if there is an unintended exploit, a very obviously broken thing that somebody is doing, it'll probably get taken care of. Trust in the system, chat.
And if it is a quest where this exploit has been utilized and it's not meant to be there, it's a big bug, the quest will be removed off of the leaderboard. The time on that will not be counted at all. Right. You don't need to worry. It is also
okay. I didn't realize that was official yet. So
it's not official, but
they've already knocked some off though. They've redlined them.
She's making it official right now.
Well, there's red lines through them. How is it not like? No,
I don't know.
Right.
There's red lines. They've been taken down. Like I
wasn't sure if they were taken down and then were coming back with like an updated one, or if they were just gone.
Well, if they do that, then they do that. But as of right now, they are. You know, there's lines through them. Which one has a line? There we go. Unblock it. Look, there's like
we can't see that.
This quest has been removed from tracking due to a bug.
Oh,
so
very good.
It's not going to be counted. It is also probably highly unlikely that we're going to reset the entire leaderboard. I don't think that would go over well with the community. So
I'm not going to comment on that one.
Yeah, there's been discussions about possibilities of things that we could do. That was one that had mentioned, but that was one that was highly said, no, that's going to go over real bad. We shouldn't do that. So
nobody said anything about it.
It was mentioned as a thing, and the community have been hearing about it. So I am saying now that it is highly unlikely that will happen at all. We are not resetting the entire leaderboard.
Right.
All right, chat.
Still, we're going to take our intermission. We're coming back,
7:03 p.m. our local time. Yeah, we'll be back in an hour with more GMAE show officially, and we'll play some more video games that came out this week. Give away some stuff with Rad Condad and Joseph Evision Xmatic. Thank you, PandaPops, for being here with us today. Way too late in the evening.
I didn't even notice.
Thank you, Alex Florez, for being with me. Also, fairly late in your evening, but you like to stay up late. He likes to party, chat.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm going to put us into a post-show, and then I will restart the stream, like I said, in about an hour. So thanks for hanging out with us. Am my audio going out? Nope.